10 or so minutes. I'll probably make it only 7. 7 minutes of me fucking about. I could just like play some like an image of a seaside here now, couldn't I? Like this. And I'm back. Bob Ross with a seaside for a face is pretty weird. If you like this, can we get some capital letter hype in the chat, please? Right now. At the end of the stream, we shall be raiding someone else, normally raiding down someone with a smaller viewership than us, to share their love. Sometimes up if we want to, you know, network. But yeah, so we're going to raid someone. So if I say that the stream's coming to an end, it's our last game, I'm about to go, please don't fucking log off. Stick around, okay? It hurts my pride when we raid with only like half the percentage of the people. Yeah, half the percentage? 50% of the people that were actually in here originally. It hurts my pride. So don't do that. Oh, chat rules. Be nice to one another. Don't be a dick. That's kind of it, really. Oh, there's a donation button down below. You can give bits as well if you want to support. Sharing my videos is a great way of supporting the channel. Like, if you have friends you think will enjoy my videos, fucking show them to them. Anyway, I guess with only a few more seconds to go, we should play some Magic. So welcome to Pleasant Kenobi's Wonder Emporium, the punt shunt. That's not even a term. The joy of punting. Welcome. Welcome. This is the pre-stream bit. I'm not live yet, but I will be shortly. I'm Vince, also known as Pleasant Kenobi on the internet, and welcome to the joy of punting. Yes, this is my stream. I will make some mistakes. That bit is absolutely going to happen. But as long as you're here along the way for these happy little mistakes, that's what I like to call. Ha! Right, let's see if. So I've been away for 2 weeks. Let's see if all the stuff works properly. Webcam is working. I can hear myself. Can we hear Rob?
Jack, can you hear me?
We can hear Rob.
2 years, bitches.
Oh, hey.
After all this time, Vince still doesn't think that Zoo needs
my
wild
goodness.
Nakattles to be Zoo.
Right,
Kappa hash
the reason I'm
storm
waiting,
for
Rob,
life.
it's because we've got some sub messages coming through including apes, which I'm going to respond to when Shardfires comes through.
Hey PK. Sorry I missed the Splicer call yesterday. Damn real life. Did you end up picking a Splicer deck?
Right, let's answer some of this stuff. Firstly, Ape, I don't think Zoo decks don't play Wild Nacatl. I just don't think because you're playing Wild Nacatl, you're a Zoo deck. I still don't understand how you can't understand this basic premises, you piece of shit. Rob, talk for me again. Ape saying I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me again?
According to my numbers and stuff, it's saying that you're making noise. Chat,
Okay.
can you hear Rob? Was Ape being even more of a fucking troll?
Can you hear me, chat? Yeah, it's fine.
Screen is black, says Roger. I don't think it is for everyone else, though. Are we? Can you see me, everybody?
Hey
Can you
Vince,
see me, Clem
good to be
Fandango?
here. I've been having a rough time lately. I need some laughs.
Okay, let's talk through this stuff. So Ape says, 2 years, bitches, which is great, Ape. I appreciate the support and the love for 2 years of Twitch streaming, which is crazy because I didn't feel like it'd been that long. After all this time, Vince still doesn't think that Zoo needs Wild Nacatl to be Zoo. No, you piece of shit. So, okay, to explain this inside joke, right? Last night, Rob, we had our Spicicle, which, as Shardfire said he couldn't make, but we'll talk about that in a second, Shardfire as well. And there was a Maverick deck that was playing 4 time ago from 4 Nacatl. And Ape was saying, oh, this Zoo deck did well. And I was like, it's just Maverick. It's got Night of the Reliquary, it's got Thalias, it had Wastelands, it had like 1 Ramanap, it had all these things that like the fucking Maverick decks have, right? But he was like, no, it's Zoo, because of Wild Nacatl. And then someone else in the call, who was in the call? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing the name. I think it would have been Mewtwo. But someone was saying, actually, on the Maverick Discord, someone just played that deck to beat Renin 6 when Renin 6 was legal or something. Because 3 3s for 1 are good against Renin 6, I guess. So, my point was that Zoo is a collection of creatures in an aggro tempo shell that have like varying creature types, usually that's where the name came from, not any deck with 4 Wild Nacatl. I'm already exhausted! We were only like a fucking few minutes into the stream and already exhausted thanks to Ape. So thanks, Ape, you piece of shit. It's Albrecht, thank you. I'm so fucking terrible with names, it's unreal. I met a load of people from the stream chat in Reno. Like Brutality mentioned earlier, TR or TB Brutality, I was fucked that up as well. Where is it? TR Brutality. I met a lot of others as well, but I won't be able to remember who I met until you show up and tell me. So I'm just fucking bad at this shit. Shardfire, we did pick some spicy decks. Mono Green Dinosaur Prison will get played very shortly at some point on the channel, whether it be a stream or a video, I haven't decided yet. The video is coming out after this stream, so sometime between 11 o'clock my time and 1 o'clock my time. There'll be a video going up on YouTube. I haven't decided when to put it live yet. It's time to make a thumbnail, which is one of Titan Reaver's decks. I think the video is pretty funny, so I'm hoping people will enjoy that as well. It's got a nice short one. And then next week on the Spicy Call, we'll talk more through decks as well. So, thank you very much for the subs, Philbo. M. Drazi, TR Brutality, Ape, even though you're a piece of shit, Shardfire, Filthy Rascal says, hey Vince, good to be here, having a hard time. I'm sorry, buddy, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully we can have some fun tonight playing some Legacy. And Top Hat Peasy, they've subscribed for 7 months. Thank you, my friend. Let's do a bit of a roll call. Who else is around? Because it's been like 2 weeks since we've seen any of you folks. So we've got Yoga Keno, we've got Handsome Jules, we've got M. Drazi, we've got Spot Uncle Sammy?
Take my pretend money, I came for the memes and
instruction
stayed
or a
for the
name?
big beard
I'm
energy.
unsure. They say humans is a zoo deck, just to keep the animals in the sideboard.
Spot Uncle Sammy.
Yes, I actually think humans is the closest we've got to a zoo deck in modern times, so I agree with that. Foxen, thank you for the Twitch Prime, and Do1L10, a name that I always struggle to say. Thank you for 5 months as well. Ape got the pings from the group chat leaves on Discord as well, by the way, Rob.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
I don't know why Discord does this. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has experienced this. I've had it with Chris and Rob recently. When people clean out their inbox on Discord, it leaves all the group chats, and then you just get 30 pings from different group chats that people have been in. And that's just like, even in group chats, like me, Rob, and let's say we had like Julian on like, a year ago to play Elves. That counted as a group message that Discord had to tell me that Rob had left. It was very strange. Very
I
strange.
apologise to anybody that I annoyed in my clearing out of house.
It's just a thing. Discord's just fucking weird. I also say Discord's a piece of shit, but it's not. Discord is way better than the other like equivalent, right? Like imagine using Skype in 2020. Imagine using Skype in 2020. Right then, we're playing a zoo deck today. We're playing one loads on screen.
Hello Vince, ready for the only taxes that excite me.
Death and Taxes. It's not exactly exciting in terms of the fact that we play it a lot, but I do fucking love this deck. And for those of you who don't know, the ban list... Oh, let's talk about bans real quick. Oh, that was one of my plans, wasn't it? MTG banned and restricted.
Is the BNL... I don't think the BNL's happened.
No, it has not happened, but it has been announced. Have you seen it yet, Rob?
I have not.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go up here then and got that. Okay, so let's talk about this stuff, my friends. So, Brawl had Golos Tireless Pilgrim banned, which kind of makes sense.
That was the ban we were all waiting for.
Well, apparently he was, according to the notes down the bottom, he was 10% of the field, which was 5% higher than any other commander. Because I guess the lands decks are the best ones, and being 5 color allows you to play whatever the fuck you want. So that makes sense.
Oh yeah, because I mean, in Brawl, like how many answers are there to lands?
Well,
like...
Field of the Dead is not banned in Brawl, if I remember correctly. I get confused. The problem we've got, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone betwixt, is that there's so many bans now, and so many formats, that I don't even know where things are banned. In the latest Channel Fireball video where I played some EDH, I was literally talking about Sundering Titan, like, for about a good 2 minutes, where what if I play Sundering Titan isn't legal in Commander. How the fuck am I meant to keep track? So much shit! Speaking of shit that no one cares about, Historic. The following cards are moved from suspended to banned. Oko, Once Upon a Time, Veil of Summer. I mean, what is there to say? It's the usual fucking suspects, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this fucking shit. The following cards moved from suspended to legal. Field of the Dead is back in Historic! Which is weird. Does Historic... Oh, they've just put Ghost Quarter into Historic, haven't they? It's in the next anthology, so I guess they've got more answers for it. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Underworld Breach is the surprise that no one's really...
Yeah, so I thought that Underworld Breach might survive another banning or two. I didn't know if it was that oppressive. I guess that I don't think they talked about win rates. It became clear from the rising win rates. Oh, they did. They literally said it would remain problematic in legs. Okay, so there you go. The win rates must have been pretty fucking high. Because they mention also that the reason they haven't banned anything from Inverter... Is it in here? Or did I read this elsewhere?
Modern.
Yeah. No, Inverter's Pioneer. Inverter had a 49% non-mirror match win rate, so below 50. That's why they haven't banned anything from it. They didn't give us the exact number.
Just the current hotness, right?
Yeah, and they're saying it's not oppressive, but they didn't say the exact number. But we can understand from that point that this is at least 50%, if not much higher, right?
Yeah.
So Underworld Breach is gone. Thank fucking good riddance to bad shit, right? Here's some bits that I will pass to you, like the Mother of Runes I passed you during Misty Boosted draft. I drafted with TR Brutality,
bearded bastard.
my friends. I drafted Misty Booster alongside Benjamin Wheeler of Loading Ready Run fame, and I got a Mother of Runes and 2 Mirren Crusaders in my fucking draft deck. So I cut all my fucking 5 and 6 drops and played 16 lands, and I was like, I'm gonna white weenie the shit out of this boy. And then I got paired up against Wheeler, and he just cast like 15 removal spells and dunked me. It was embarrassing as fuck. And then his advice, I'm not kidding, his advice was, just draft 4 colour, you donkey. I'm like, that sounds like the worst draft advice I've ever heard. He explained more, and there's a very succinct and clear reason for doing that in Mystery Booster, namely that it's Chaos Draft with no synergies but actual good cards, so you should be drafting 4 or 5 colour. But it felt like he was trolling. But I appreciate being past Mother of Runes in draft. I appreciate you. And Robert Sewell's brother, welcome back as well. I appreciate your Twitch for 5 months now. Twitch subs for 5 months. Philbo says 5 colour draft was King and Khans. Oh, for fuck's sake, Philbo. Shut up, you little bitch. You don't even like Sun Titan, Philbo. How dare you talk in my chat? I should time you out just now for that. Are you aware of this, Rob, that Philbo doesn't like Sun Titan?
What? Does he not like breathing or value?
Cake?
Or sunshine?
Does he not like anything other chocolate? Sex? No, he doesn't like fun. He's actually, turns out he's just
Doesn't like a good bowel movement. Why do these people hang out here? What are we encouraging?
The way you put good bowel movements on the list of things with cake and chocolate is pretty interesting.
Gotta enjoy the whole smorgasbord of life, even the bit after.
When will we be able to see beautiful Vince? Right now? I'm on screen. So Underworld Breach got banned. Good riddance, bad rubbish. Modern, Multiple Time got banned, which is nice because I played like 4 games of Modern in Reno. All 4 of them were against Once Upon a Time decks, and then I dropped from the PT queue, and I was like, fucking hell, this is tiring. I mean, the same thing happened in Legacy. I played like 6 rounds of Legacy, and I think I played only 4 out of the 6 decks were Astrolabe decks, so Astrolabe is also kind of like that. But yeah, I'm glad to see this go. All the best decks are playing.
Too. I think it makes Vizia combo like way too consistent.
No, it's not. It's every deck. It's in
any deck that runs green or Tron.
Yeah, you know? Amulet and Tron were playing it as well. It's just dumb. Boggles was playing it. Infect was playing it.
It's a really good card though.
The only Titan better than Sun Titan is a Progenitor Mimic role playing as a Sun Titan. You people don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sun Titan's the best Titan, hands down. Do you know why? Because it's playable in this deck. This is Legacy Death and Taxes, boys and girls. We're going to be playing the typical shit. I'm playing like 1 Silent Clearing instead of a Horizon Canopy because you can sack it to draw cards. We're playing that because we actually have black spells on our sideboard. Namely, we can actually physically cast a Fairy Macabre with a Cavern on Fairy or Rogue and a Silent Clearing. But mainly importantly, we can pay 1 life instead of 2.
Storm, right?
Well, there's just no reason to play Horizon Canopy over Silent Clearing. It's just objectively correct to play the Silent Clearing over it. So we're on 9 planes, 3 Caracas, 1 Silent Clearing, 4 ports, 4 Wasteland, 1 Cavern, 2 Flagstones of Torocare. We're playing 2 Cataclysm in our sideboard. This deck is actually geared towards probably what I would play now that Breach is banned, but Breach isn't actually banned till tomorrow. So the only sort of admission to that is probably playing this card main, Remorseful Cleric. That said, in reality, if you want to be Underworld Breach, you're probably best off playing Canalists in your main deck, but I'm going to pretend that it's banned. Hopefully everyone's honouring it. Hopefully everyone's just moving on.
And, there'll be people doing the last hurrahs, aren't they?
Nah, I don't know. There might be people just trying to sell the fucking card online before it's completely plummeted as well. There might be that happening too. In the preview on mobile, I can see him, but when I join, it's black. I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know what's going on. A couple people say this now and again. Every stream is always like 1 or 2 people who can't see the screen, and I'm assuming that's a Twitch problem. 6 out of my 10 opponents won mono white Hellier during the challenge. Fucking hell, Wantless. I played against a really sweet Hellier deck that ended up winning the PTQ in Reno.
So you're tweet about that. That's really cool.
Game 2 was fucking sick because I got to really blow him out by getting to 6 mana and overloading Winds of Abandon.
Oh, that's
and exiling like 2 Walking Ballistas, a Hangerback Walker, like fucking Mana Dork. It was great. It was so good. But then I lost 72 games, so there you go. Right, let's just get on with it and play some Legacy.
Let's do that. We've not played Legacy in some time.
I don't think you've been on stream.
I play Legacy in some time.
I don't think you were on the stream before I went to Reno either, so you haven't been around for a while now, have you?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yes. And as always, we'll have our post-stream games of League of Legends, Rob, won't we? As we always do on a Monday.
Absolutely.
Have you seen that the achievements have been launched on Eternals, as they're called? On
No, I haven't. My brother was trying to get me to play. It's Peter or Holbin PK. It's his birthday today.
Oh, it's Holben's birthday today. Oh,
Give him some love, everybody.
Is Holben in the chat now?
He was a second ago.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. Why is he Holben PK? Is that because he loves me?
No, he's PK because his name is Peter King.
You've just doxed him, Bob. Everyone's gonna steal his bank details now. Okay, I just thought it was because he wanted to kiss me softly upon the mouth, but obviously not then.
No.
Tomorrow, Rob, by the way, my plan, when I get back from doing some errands like the gym and going to see my father, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to open up this thing here. Where does it say it? If I right click here, it says Better Lucky Than Good, episode 1. And I'm going to actually fucking edit it. I'm going to sit down
for some sweet DNT
and make it work.
Good.
So, yeah, we'll have DNT content coming 3 months late. I'm going to run it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit with this one-lander.
I think this is okay.
Well, the problem is that
pioneer content, but staying for the legacy D&T.
I believe they thought these are vile. We can
Pioneer
still
deck
castle through
tech?
these dudes. War Time for some sweet DNT. Thank you, Glees89 for the sub, and Life Sahaskel sub for Pioneer content, but staying for the legacy DNT. Can we get a Pioneer deck tech? We will. As much as people are saying like the fucking processor deck isn't not processor. What the fuck's it called? Inverter deck isn't that good. Last time I played a Pioneer League, playing like 3 games in a row was not fun. So I will play some Pioneer eventually when the metagame evens out or gets a bit better. Perhaps I'll play it when they print some cards to Corey that make, I don't know, some deck that I want to play better. I don't know. There will be more Pioneer content eventually. But there's so many formats to play between Modern and Legacy. And I'm also in the process of getting all the EDH and Chill like groups sorted out so I can start putting those out a bit more regularly as well.
Yeah, I was very pleased to see that you were doing that now.
Yes.
Like,
It's
getting a bit more planning
I was doing a bit of it in the States. I was actually messaging people and like being like, would you like to come play Commander with me and my friends? And on the upside, the majority said yes. And I've got some quite cool guests lined up as well. I won't say any in case it falls through and doesn't happen. But we should have some interesting groups and stuff. I think we're supposed to get comboed out. So, for those who are wondering, a Ponder, a Misty, some Underground Season, and a Petal means this is some form of Storm. Or it's just straight up Doomsday. Sweet.
Ah.
Are you editing the black-white D&T deck list? No, I hardly ever play that deck. Is there more topics that are due to dice to removal? Because I've noticed the podcast has been very light on content lately and just checking to be sure nothing wrong. So, Abandoned, what happens is we film it local. So I have to be in Portland, Oregon to film it. As you will notice, an episode came out, the episode where we talked to Ari Nia from Wizards of the Coast, the white member, the member of the Colour of Council that deals with white cards. That came out a week and a bit ago. There will be at least 3 more episodes of Dice Removal coming out over the coming month or so. And then there'll be a break again where it'll be not until I can see Brian again, essentially. And my going over, I can't just fly to Oregon just to film that podcast because it's just not economically viable. But we try to strap it onto my other adventures in America. So that's why. It's not an issue as such. It's just that we much prefer doing it locally. So that's the reason. But there will be some more coming up with some stupid skits and dumb stuff as well at the beginning of them. Thank you, Linepop, for the Twitch Prime. So you're no longer doing it via voice or video call. Megachurv, we haven't done it via voice video call for about 8 months. Which is, I mean, that's not me like mocking you, because obviously some people, the thing about content creators is they've always got to try and remember that people don't watch everything they fucking make. Because you guys and girls all watch everything I made, you wouldn't have any time to watch anyone else's shit. So yeah, we haven't had a video voice record one for about 8 months. Right, so they have Doomsdayed, which means what's going to happen is next turn they're going to do some sort of combination of cards that involves them eventually casting...
Cantrip.
Yeah, and then play a Thassa's Oracle and win. So what we really want to do is just somehow draw a land and draw Thalia, which is physically impossible. So... we're probably just fucking dead. A wasteland to blow up an underground scene might be disruptive enough. I don't see any problem making it a video call. Why don't you like doing it that way? We've drawn Thalia, so if it somehow still need another turn, we'll be okay, but it's probably not the case. We just didn't enjoy doing it over video call as much. There's also this thing that we wanted Dice to Removal to be a bit more than like your typical Magic podcast. Because let's be fucking real. Everyone's got a Magic podcast, right? If there's a topic in this world you want podcasts on, Magic must be the one that has the most. Like, there's
that's true, and that is one of the things that puts Dice Removal like head and shoulders above, or at least makes it stand out a lot bit more than others. Is that the live element? Which
exactly.
It's quite good.
Yeah, like, so we wanted it to be different, and like the Professor. Whereas I will, I'll put out any old fucking content. The Professor very much cares about his the quality of his content. Yeah, we've got some pretty good ones coming up, I think, in terms of like. But the other thing as well about Dice Removal that we've been talking about quite a bit is that we seem to be very negative on it. D&D podcast. Oh, I guess D&D podcast might be a big thing as well.
No, I think we started.
I'm on a podcast kick. I've been listening to Not Another D&D podcast, which is my favourite D&D podcast, and shit tons of Behind the Bastards as well. So now they have 2 cards in the library, and they win. Simple as that.
Da, 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 da.
Actually, if we had kept... Does this check off resolution or ongoing on the stack
I'm
chat?
pretty sure it doesn't.
Because there's a world where if they still had cards... Oh, they don't have cards left in the library. I'm an idiot. I thought they had cards left in the library. Oh, they don't during the resolution of this. Cool. My wild taste in socks. My sock taste
It does
is...
check on resolution, so we could have kept the path up. Right?
No, yeah, we could have done. I assumed they were actually just going to draw the library normally. But, I was going to put something in the chat and I fucking lost track of what I was talking about. Everyone has an arena stream. There's a lot of arena streams. That is true. Okay, so we want to try and stop them from doomsdaying.
How do we do that?
So we need not to cast multiple spells in a turn. So Prelude's very good. Definitely Stance is pretty good. Candace is pretty good. Relic Water's pretty good. Thing is, like, Doomsday decks normally have some sort of backup plan as well, which might involve just like a legitimate storm kill. Or at least they used to before Thassa's Oracle existed. This is the second time I've been Doomsdayed today, by the way. I was playing some Storm this morning to try and like get used to Tez to see if I could make a video about it, and I got Doomsdayed. I made 16 goblins, then they just Doomsdayed and killed me. And I was like, wow, this is why I don't play Storm decks, because they always outstorm me. Fucking hell. Doomsday does put half their life total, so maybe Walking Bliss is better than some of the creatures like Mirran Crusader, for example.
Yeah, I think anything that's slow value-y is going to be probably worth a cut.
Am I planning to stream some Arena?
Cool.
Probably at some point I'll stream the occasional bit, like when formats like Historic aren't dog shit, or Pioneer is on there, or like Brawl was taking my fancy. Yeah, exactly.
I would play the crap out of Brawl if I didn't have to pay for it.
I've got some Brawl content on my hard drive that I'm thinking might be Wednesday's video, but I haven't decided yet. Because obviously it just lends itself to jokes, right? It's Wednesday, my dudes, and then I'm playing with the big frog, and I played the mirror. Cheats cards in graveyards and libraries, kind of. Maybe we want Moon Crusader over Stoneforge.
I think Stoneforge is super duper slow. Like, obviously, we need a fast way to beat them to death, right? So, also, if we're going to cut Stoneforge, we probably should have cut Battleskull. But...
Well, no, we've got 3 equipment, 3 Stoneforges.
Ah,
that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, just have to do. I mean, a Thalia plus support's pretty good if we're on the play. If on the draw, it's probably too fucking slow.
Depressingly.
Don't just fucking Dark Ritual.
Doomsday
us, please.
Wow.
This is the thing, like, I'm not going to go into it. I've played 5 games of Fast Combo. 10 games of Fast Combo in Legacy today. And not once did I play a non-Force of Will deck and have the combo in my hand in turn 1. It just doesn't happen. But when I'm playing the fucking non-Force deck, my opponent always has the fucking turn 1 combo. Did they mull? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think they did.
Well, if we play Thalia, that's going to slow them right down.
It'll slow them down by like a turn. Well, we can also port them with double blue, actually. So there's actually... They might just fucking lose. If we play this and they can't win next turn because they can't cast a spell plus the Oracle, that's great. If they... And then we untap and we port off a blue and then they can't win with the Oracle because they can never tap for the Oracle and we might actually kill them. So yeah, we might be okay. How about a mono-coloured canopy land that just taps to draw a card rather than pay one? Tapping to draw a card... Oh, you mean without the mana? Sack and draw a card. Fine, yeah. The reason they can't have mono-coloured sack lands is because obviously if you had a land that plays only white mana, it has to be strictly worse than all the other cards that are similar. The only reason this gets to draw a card is because black mana's in it, right? Am I right? Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna
And
go...
if you'd like an abject lesson, look at Snowlands.
Another one.
Because they're just strictly better than the alternative, so they get played everywhere.
Oh, they have a Force of Will as well. I guess then
I guess
we
we're
did not
fucked then.
have a chance to win ever.
Oh well.
Well, as long as they haven't got a petal now. Oh, fuck off. Different win con, though? There's 2 cards in the library and they've drawn the Thassa's Oracle, right? There's 4 cards in the library. Cycle the Edge of Autumn. With that on the stack, make the blue. Now play the Thassa's Oracle. There's still 3 cards, so they have to... Oh, there's the Street Wraith. Okay. Sure. We'll make sure they fuck it. Yeah. So, they had literally the Stone Cold Nuts.
Yep.
Literally the Stone Cold Nuts. Okay.
That was extremely short. On to the next one.
Don't forget, friends and family who are watching at home, if that was a Laboratory Maniac, they would have to also draw a card once the Lab Man was in play, and it would cost them 1 extra mana. Meaning that Lab Man would be a lot worse for Doomsday. Hence why Doomsday wasn't really any fucking good until now. Hello, Carcinogenics, how are you? Carcinogenics got a little bit injured on the way home from Reno in a bit of an accident, bless him. But I don't want to, I don't think I'm oversharing because he did share on Twitter. But Carcinogenics, I hope you're okay, my friend. PK, something wrong on your end? Apparently, me and a bunch of people can't load the stream. No, there's nothing wrong on my end. Unfortunately, I've got no dropped frames. I'm streaming. Other people can see it.
Yep, I can see it fine.
If anything, it sounds like it might be a server cluster issue. If there's a group of people, are you all from the same area? Is this a Twitch issue? Because there's nothing I can do here bar restarting a stream and kicking 150 people out. So. Does Doomsday run Tendril is just Thassa's Oracle now? I don't know is the answer. I was saying that during sideboarding that it might be the case that they don't even bother with any sort of Storm win cons anymore. There is an argument. Tabs you can get on isn't a plane over the Atlantic. Jesus Christ, really? Whenever I get on Wi-Fi on a plane, it's fucking dog shit. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Going in for X-rays tomorrow to see how my armor's healing. Have you gotten John his path yet? No. Oh, I even totally forgot about that. I need to let John know that. Oh fuck! I saw John on the weekend. I could have given it to him. Let me DM him so he's actually. Well, I told him before. I'm going to DM him again just to remind him. Because then if I tell John, that it's not just my responsibility to remember. You see. Opponent has got a volcanic island. And they've cast Cabal Therapy. Now I'm hoping they're going to name a Thalia or a Stoneforge here. Charming Prince is unlikely. Whisper might be a thing they name.
And our survey says...
So in one of the leagues I played earlier today, Dr. Cannonball, I played Infect twice in a row. They named it Thalia. So this is Doomsday twice in a row. It's just the day of playing against fucking combo decks over and over.
Welcome to Legacy. It's combo season.
But ironically, not the deck that everyone thinks it's going to be. This could still be some sort of Christmas variant with that. I'm going to Wasteland them next turn and play a Vial.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Another
a good one. If they're 3 colours.
Take them off black, play in the Vial. If they like just play a Trop and then play a Collector Oof, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oof.
Okay. Basic Swamp. Dark Confident.
Ooh, that's
In a
a name I've
Grixis
not
deck.
heard
What the fuck?
in a long time.
I might just play the Umazawa's GT this turn. So that way we can waste on the next turn and well, we still need 2 mana to equip the GT, so maybe that's not correct. If we draw a 3rd land, none of this matters. We can waste on this turn, not feel bad. What if this is a combo deck, Graham Cracker, but also playing Bob? Who knows?
Strange things have happened.
Let's say yes and yes. We drew a Wisp. Fuck this shit. We can scry some lands to our library. Or just kill them in the air with Flicker Wisps whilst it doesn't matter. We can also, like... Underground Sea. What if they K-command my Vials, Rob? I will happily trade this Charming Prince for this.
In a very sad place. Ugh. Scry? Top?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, we're gonna be able to protect the Thalia with a Wisp this turn anyway.
Yeah. Do we block here?
Yeah. Funnily enough, Thalia makes our GT now cost 3. So his equipment are kind of rotting in our hand. I'm going to make a Thalia in the upkeep. And that way, if they have push, for example, they have to use it in their turn, then we save her. If we'd made it in our turn, it wouldn't be. Thoughtseize.
I don't think we mind.
No, we don't. Oh, thank you, JR White, for the host of 35. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Toot toot, motherfuckers. I'm Vince, also known as Pleasant Connect with the Internet. We're playing some Legacy today. We're playing Legacy Death and Taxes. We're currently at 0-1 because we've got Doomsday real fucking hard. Spot Uncle Sammy says they're going to blame Brexit for the string quality. The string quality is fine. It's just a collection, like a handful of people that seem to be struggling. Is there just fish for flickering Thalia at their end step so you can cast your 2 without taxing your next turn? I guess so, because they took the chit anyway, doesn't matter. Was not paying attention. Okay. So, always no. Thank you, the sound of white noise. Could play the sword, not for 2 mana we can't, Mega Churf. Come on! Maybe I should have made the Wisp just for the clock, actually.
Well, I mean, we can use it to partially blow out a...
I'm just going to take a land off them for a turn. And then we can still Caracas the Thalia and play it back into play. They can't K-command without 4 mana. Although they can do it at end step, I guess, if they just wait. Cabal Therapy. Now they can name a poor Wisp. Oh, they get rid of that Sword of Fire and Ice. That doesn't seem right, honestly. Does it? Like,
not really, no.
The Fire and Ice we can't cast isn't going to kill them.
Yeah, the 3 mana evasive creature might kill them.
that we can make off the vial. The 3-mana evasive creature that can save something for a removal spell as well. I guess,
That's
yeah, I
another
guess that's
wrath,
true.
yeah.
J.R. White, they could have Deluge, couldn't they?
Well, not anymore. Also, we're pretty proof to Deluge anyway because we've got another Flicker Wisp. So
Do I want to Wisp out a land this turn and port them? Well, they're on 10. That puts to 8 damage on them. No, I don't think we do. Doesn't change the clock. Upkeep. Oh, JR, were you streaming Canlander? Oh, our opponent decided that that's enough. On the bright side, we had a local legacy event in our state, and I won the event with Infect and got to take home an underground. So that is sick! Apart from the playing Infect bit, but that is sick apart from that. So what are they? Fair Grixis? With Bob? What the
Feels
fuck
like
is
it.
this?
it's like value tempo stuff.
I'm assuming they got Snappies, but I don't know if I want to bring in. My whip? Probably not. I'm going to bring in Prelate and Council Judgments until we figure out what the fuck they're actually playing.
Yeah, good idea.
Like Bob's and discard, who the fuck knows? Yeah, exactly. Okay, because there might just be Grixis Delver with Bob's. In which case we wanted the paths. But... Thanks, PhD Obnoxious. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Okay, if they're a fair deck, Mother of Runes on turn 1 seems pretty good.
More like a Pyromancer deck with therapies. That's a fair shout.
I mean, a Delver deck can play Pyromancers, right?
True.
Did Grixis Pyro ever used to play Delver? Aether Vial. Ha! Got him! Wrong 1-drop, bitch! Play my MLG Horns. Right. Let's untap with Mum and then have it die to a removal spell. Oh. Go, Mother of Runes. Show them who's boss. See you in Seattle when you get over. Hopefully, the whole coronavirus is done by GP Seattle. Let's go dunk on local beer. Yes, so all my GP plans are subject to obviously coronavirus not shutting down half the planet. But yeah, Seattle, Petal as well.
What?
Yeah. So I'm planning Seattle, Vegas, possibly Copenhagen. That's getting less likely now with Corona and how close it is. London, Liverpool, and maybe one more American, depending on timings and stuff. the split for Predict. Oh my fucking god! They are Dark Confidant, Forked Bolt, Lotus Petal deck. The fuck. You are completely correct. There is an objective like 0.5% to 1% to gain from splitting your planes or snow-covered planes against Predict, but I just don't give a shit enough. It's the completely honest thing. Like,
Yeah, like how much legacy do you have to play to get viable percentage?
Like, I might do it if I was playing a main event of a GP. But I didn't for Bologna. I played like 2 snow-covered planes. So I had a split, but it was an inconsistent split.
2-15 split doesn't count as a split, I don't think.
Is it Staticaster? Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, just Grixis random shit. Oh, they haven't got a land drop. So the question is, do we cancel Judgment the Dark Conflict next turn to try and put them off hitting that third land?
Yeah.
Petal. So they're going to cast Staticaster next turn anyway. No, they're not.
Brainstorm. Okay, that changes the plan a little bit. Then we're certainly going to hit a land drop now.
I guess Petal helps to bring the CMC of their deck down. So if you're playing Bob, then why not, right?
Yeah, true.
Maybe I still think they're a combo deck playing Dark Confidant and then Staticaster out the board. They've hit the third land. Maybe the Judgment for the Staticaster, honestly. They'll flash this in response to the porting, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we port. No, okay.
Liliana, wow, the hand is Staticaster and Lily.
Too
That
bad
is
white
not good
card's
for
my
us.
favourite.
That is
Hello,
massively
Patters.
backbreaking.
Piece
I'm
of
glad
shit.
we've hung on to this council's judgment because there's a lot of targets for it.
Yeah, right.
Ponder.
Oh, Kingdom. I see. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry if I seemed dismissive about the split of snow-covered lands and basics. Like, it is objectively correct to do so because there's no downside to it. Because Wizards of the Coast don't want to make it downside to snowlands for some reason. So, like, if you're building the deck and you want to have that small advantage against Predict in the matchup against Miracles, then by all means do it. I don't know. It's very minimal, but it is still an advantage. So sorry if I sounded too dismissive. I thought you were memeing on it because it's a bit of a contentious point in amongst people who play the deck. Thermocasts. Okay, sure. So next turn they can flash Staticaster, they can play Liliana. If we can Var Mum at end of turn so that Liliana doesn't kill it, but there's still the Staticaster issue.
Mm-hmm.
We can double port them.
I'm liking double port
them.
because anything else we do is going to cause us a load of grief.
I love the fact they're not only a triple Lotus Petal deck, but they've drawn 3 of the fucking things this game. So it's not even... They're just... What is this? Oh, the Staticaster. Sure, that makes sense.
Okay.
So it makes me not want to flash in my mother. Young Peasy. There we go. Okay.
And the Badlands.
Everyone forgets that bad snow hate exists. I agree, they do. Trevor, they do.
I mean, their Bob is doing good work against them.
It is indeed. Mum
Like, we
will
could
just die.
Mum will just die.
Well, that doesn't die to Staticaster, which is nice.
Ha ha ha! And can protect Mum.
Giver of Runes continues to be fucking great. Thank you for the sub, Lexicus. Yeah, the Giver of Runes is obscene how, like, the extra toughness and the changing creature type and the ability to protect against colourless was, like, all upsides.
Yeah, well, DRS taught us the value of 1 extra toughness, didn't it?
Yeah. I think it's cool, though, that, like, the activate ability itself isn't strictly better or worse because of the addition of the colourless thing.
Situational, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Oh, thank you and welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying getting involved with the stream. What the fuck? They're a fucking Phoenix deck too.
Very live? What?
Yeah, it allows you to cast Arclight Phoenixes. They are an Arclight Phoenix decks, but with...
Wow.
Actually, that puts everything into perspective and makes sense now.
Oh yeah, it makes the petals make sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. There we go. The answer was there the whole time.
Dark Ritual, Buried Alive, hit me with 3 Phoenixes, I die.
I came here because of Pleasant Kenobi. Stayed this long for Rob.
Thanks, Craig the Awesome. So we're dead, right? Well, we can block the Dark Confidant with our Giver, so we don't die this turn. But then we're dead the following turn. We need to draw the Winds of Abandon. No, we need to draw
and many more lands.
the one that makes clues.
Oh, Jesus. What the hell's that called?
Deck and Stone, that's it. Okay, we can survive. Okay, we can Palace Jailer the Statcaster. We can then Aether Vial and a Wisp, take out a Phoenix, block another Phoenix, and survive on 1. Then they get the Statcaster back because they hit us with a Phoenix. Gotta play to our outs.
Wait. Just grab a Phoenix.
Why?
Because they can't cast Lily now because they've only got one.
No, because then we die. Because if we then flash in our Wisp to take one of these out, they kill the Wisp and then we take 6.
Ah, sorry, yes.
So we have to take out the Statcaster. Yeah, chat's catching up as well. Gleese thinks we should do a Phoenix. We can't.
Yeah.
We cannot do it. Wasteland, sure.
Cool.
We need to draw plowshares and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Double black. Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
Just had it all.
Fucking hell. Will they behave? Okay,
Bloody.
surgical, cage, both paths. Deafening silence, canonist. Rest in peace. Fuck it, macabre. Why
Now we
not?
know what we're doing.
They got a Statcaster and a Lily, so I guess Revokers aren't terrible. I don't think God's Judgment is actually that good, so I'm going to cut 1. Cut both mums, because they've probably got a Plague Engineer in their sideboard too. Fucking hell.
Oh, but certainly. Go on the play, so Thalia's good. Files are good.
I don't know. I kind of want Prelate, but we have to make more cuts, and I'm not sure what I should be cutting. The problem is we might be overboarding.
I think our sideboard cards do the same job as Prelate, so.
I don't know. Prelate on 1 is pretty good against. They got forked bolts and all sorts of shit. Like, it's fucking mad how good on 1 that'll be. Or even on 3 to stop Buried Alive and Liliana. Maybe we just don't want Stoneforge in this fight.
Maybe.
Yeah, Abandoned Balor is on a similar thought process.
Yeah, I mean, Stoneforge plus equipment is very good against a deck that could have Kolaghan's Command in it.
The question I have is, can they actually have Kolaghan's Command? Because they seem to have so many things already. Like, how many slots do they have left? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just I'm starting to question whether that's even a possibility.
Yeah, that's fair.
Revoker's got that weird tension of trying to figure out whether you put it on is it Staticaster and they play a Lily, you put it on Lily and they play a Staticaster. I think we want all our removal spells though, because they got Haymaker creatures plus the Phoenixes too.
Yeah.
Maybe I just cut another Stoneforge. Giver's good. Spells are good. I might just cut the Stoneforge in the Battle Skull and keep Fire and Ice in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's give that a
Let's
shot.
do it.
Okay, we've got Plowshares and a Rip.
Okay. Seems good.
And a Canonist. And a Wisp. Don't you dare thought seize me, bruh. Cabal Therapy, game 3. You're playing Phoenix against D&T. You cast Cabal Therapy on turn 1 blind. What do you name? Obviously, we haven't got Var in hand. Do you name Rip? Do you name Thalia? Do you name Stoneforge? Do you just not name anything? Okay, fine.
It depends what's in my hand, but I would probably go Rip, because it just turns the deck off.
Right, this turns off half the Cabal Therapies. Buried Alive. Any random Gurmags and shit. Makes all their Phoenixes just cost 4 mana. There was no Force of Will there. Do we think they've got a random Bayer in their deck for some sort of enchantment removal? Nothing from them.
No, I think they'd rely on Spell Pierce or counters of some kind.
Okay, they're going to play a 3-drop next turn.
Yep. So if that 3-drop is Lily.
Well, I'm going to port them so they can't.
Another one.
And then hopefully they crack their fetch, and then we can go Wasteland plus Canonist, and so on and so on and so on.
Cool.
So let's stop them from randomly playing like Liliana here.
Brainstorm.
In before Naturalize. Can you imagine just cast straight up Naturalize? I'd be so fucking annoyed. Upkeep. Watch them have petals anyway, and this was just like pointless. Like they go petal land Liliana. Or Dark Ritual. Should have played the Canonist. Should have played the Canonist. What am I fucking doing? I didn't think about them Dark Ritualing into something. Hopefully this is just them getting a red source and making a Phoenix. Just make a Phoenix. Just make a Phoenix. Sure. Okay, cool. You can be on 22. It's fine.
We can deal with that.
Wasteland you.
Can this now, so
Yep.
we don't accidentally get hit by that again.
Frustratingly, we've drawn the Grafdigger's Cage alongside the Rest in Peace, which is kind of... We want that Grafdigger's Cage to stay on the bottom of our library and never show up again, now that Rest in Peace is in play. It's why I'm not a big fan of Cage in the sideboard of D&T alongside Peace, because you're just effectively running 2 pieces again in many ways. At least when you're running like 1 piece, 1 Fairy Macabre, 1 Tormod's Crypt, 1... I guess Tormod Crypt is kind of the same. But like Surgical and Fairy are very different to those, because Fairy you can violin and Surgical you can at least look at their hand.
Yeah.
Well, not after the Rip's in play, but that's not the point. Hey Vince, did you get to play against Breach so far? Not today, no, but I have lost multiple games to Breach playing D&T. Unbanned Breach. Shut up, Jax MTG! Shut up! What a load of shit. Fucking Breach. Breach players, man, they're the worst. Braid. Bob. Oh, they've already cast a spell this turn, they can't. Way, got him! Ba-ba-ba. How good was Breach and Legacy? Too good, apparently. Let's go ahead and play Silent Clearing. Go to combat. We'll port them off with Badlands next turn. Yeah, the thing worse than Infect players is ad nauseum in modern players. Those people. Those fucking players, buddy. We could also just play a Wisp, untap one of our lands with the Wisp, and then port them. That gives us just 5 damage a turn. That's 4 turn clock.
That seems pretty good.
It does ping us for 1 to do it though, Rob.
Well, it's worth it.
Watch them flash in Staticaster now, and I'm like, no! My Wisp! No! And then we're back to 2 damage. Red and black. This is the Braid that I thought, right? Yeah, okay, sure.
Import.
Oh god. Do not play a Liliana, please. Anything but... No, not anything but. Don't say those words, Vince. They'll play like fucking Staticaster or like Engineer. That's what makes me laugh, right? There's so many like punish X1 effects. Or yeah. And especially in recent years, Liliana, Plague Engineer, Red in 6. The majority of them are also very, very much one-sided. That they don't hurt the player playing them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like just a random fucking enchantment like Engineer Plague is, which doesn't have a clock, right? They're actually like a body with Death Touch that also doesn't hurt your own creatures. However, how often do they print cards that hurt on combo? Realistically speaking. Like, we had Deafening Silence in Eldraine, right? which is
Yeah,
very
force
good.
negation.
Yeah, but is Force Negation hate on combo? Like, I know it's good against combo, but it's also good against Teferi and Jace. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, so, I mean, what else is there besides Deafening Silence and Hand Disruption that really deals with combo?
Ether Swarm Canonists, Thalia effects, even like the design space of like Eidolon of the Great Revels, for example. Damping Sphere is a good shout. Damping Sphere is a good shout. And Hushbringer to an extent. I mean, Hushbringer does stop like creature-based combo. So yeah, Damping Sphere was something I'd forgotten. So that's a fair shout. That's a fair shout to Smashing. Also, Hushbringer doesn't necessarily count because I play D&T and it's bad in D&T, so... I guess they actually, no, to be fair to them, they do keep trying to put stuff like that in red. Like, how many times have we seen, like Harsh Mentor? And what's the Viashino that pings people? Viashino... Angry Shaman?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, so they do
Immolating
try and
Shaman.
print... Immolating Shaman. They do print effects like that in red. But I guess those effects are close to stacks or prison effects, right? And I think the reason we see less of them is because people did enjoy disrupting the Lotus Breach with Hushbringer. Yeah, exactly. Kambao was another one. But that's what I'm saying. They're a bit more reluctant with those cards because that doesn't let people play the game.
Yeah,
Where
well, that's why they banned
spells-
Rosodon, wasn't it? That it was a prison piece.
Well,
was gonna
that and I think...
hate on an upcoming fun archetype.
what was the fun archetype?
Tokens.
Oh. Tuh, tokens aren't fun. How dare you? Kambal, I'll have you know, Patters, is a vintage staple. I'm going to tap this land here, but to be fair, they've got a Golden Tine in play now. I mean, whilst red doesn't necessarily stop them, it only hurts them. I agree, Megachurv. It's hard to continue doing things when you're fucking dead, you know?
That's true. Well, red also keeps them off Staticaster and Forkbolt and all those cards that kill your Wisp.
That is true. That is true. I would happily draw a Wasteland right now, wait on the Badlands, and Portland Underground Sea would be pretty sweet. Okay, they can't cast any non-creature spells here. If they're cracking for a 4th land. What's a 4-mana creature they could play now that we would absolutely cry about? Well, Questing Beast definitely be it, but that's not obviously in the right colours.
Yeah, I was thinking of a load of facetious, but I can't think of any actual black or blue 4-drops that I'd be worried about.
Yes, got him. Chris's thoughts of the day. Imagine playing D&T's mana base with the auto tapper in Arena. Yeah, right. It'd be like, fuck your Rishid imports. We're just going to tap these colourless sources for no fucking reason. Hello, Chris. I hope you're good, my friend. Dropping Eidolon against Storm in Modern and watching them scoop is always fun. Yeah, exactly. It definitely does stop them from comboing. Because it's hard to combo when you're dead. Some decks strategies against fast combo, it's just to combo faster. I don't know, I just think prison and like restricting your opponent's options are all really interesting parts of Magic. And I just like the idea that we might be trying to move away from that. Meanwhile, they're like, whilst that design is obnoxious, how about here's a creature with 17 lines of text on it? Like, how can you look at, like, I mean, it's in the same set, so perhaps I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here, because Deafening Silence exists in the same set as Oko and as Questing Beast. When you look at Deafening Silence, Questing Beast, and Oko, which of those cards make you feel more pain inside as a Magic player, Rob?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like how Teferi does. Yeah, exactly, because traditionally speaking, when you've got Eidolons or the Great Revels, red and white hate pieces a lot of the time affect all players, right? Burning Earth, Blood Moon, Mana Barbs, all those things you get in red, right? And correct me if I'm wrong if I'm naming ones that aren't. They're all fucking symmetrical.
Thalia's symmetrical, and Thorn of Amethyst and all that, they're all symmetrical, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. But when you add blue to it, Rob, or green, oh no. No, it's got to be non-symmetrical. Otherwise, how would the green and blue players who get to design Magic cards of Wizards of the Coast ever get to play with them? That's a joke, by the way. I don't believe that conspiracy. Have you seen that conspiracy theory? Have you heard of this?
No.
The majority of R&D are green and blue players, like when they're enthusiastic when they're playing, not actually being part of the stuff. So they purposely push those colours, or not even purposely, they subconsciously push those colours, perhaps. But the funny thing is, they all got to. There's an image where a lot of R&D and play design and stuff got to pick tokens for themselves and what colours to be.
Yeah.
And most of them are some form of blue. So it doesn't help with this conspiracy theory fucking nonsense, does it? So we're against Eldrazi or Mono Red Stompy / Prison. Or it could be some other variant of Prison, of course. Pirate Prison. Dinosaur Prison. Could be any number of those things. Our Plowshares are bad here. If it's Eldrazi, our Plowshares become good once we get rid of this. We have to wisp it first. And we're going to just play Athalia. There's no other real option, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, Mother of Runes is terrible. Well, no, she's not terrible against Eldrazi, because Eldrazi do play some number of dismembers. Or at least have done historically. But she's not as good as, say, Giver of Runes, for example. Fucking uncommon Narset. God damn it! War of the Spark would be far less of a thing to look back on and, like, shudder on if all the Planeswalkers just did things fucking, like, symmetrically. Imagine if Nissa, who shakes the world, right, made everyone's mountains. Forests. Sorry, I said mountains because I just realised they exiled a spirit guide. I think they meant to put that under the Chrome Mox, potentially. That's fine. Oh no, they're just casting Chandra. They're just casting Chandra, right? Magus the Moon. That is also okay, I guess. I mean, they only have 2 mana left. Yeah, they meant to put that under the Chrome Mox, so they didn't need to do that. They just put themselves down a card for no reason. Interesting. Oh, we drew a Plains. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Right, next turn we can play Fire and Ice, and then we can equip it.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, yes, imagine if Shakes the World made Orm Forests tap for an extra mana. There's no Thalia... Oh, Thalia text on the Chrome Mox. I see. Of course. That does make sense. So they did have to use that extra mana for the Chrome Mox.
Okay, we're playing Sword?
Nope, because it costs 4 mana because of Thalia.
Of course it does. Sorry about that. Because it's symmetrical.
Yeah, Megatrix was right though. Yeah, if Ashok was symmetrical, it'd make Ghost Quarters pretty good. But what's wrong with making Ghost Quarter better? Come on!
Dude, it gives you more answers to Field of the Dead in the formats where it's banned.
Actually, no, yeah, if it just says your own effects, then it doesn't make Ghost Quarter better. It just needs to say each player cannot, so it's the library with effects they control. Right?
Yeah.
Easy. It's even templated in a way that if it's symmetrical, it makes sense. God fucking damn it. Fucking War of the Spark, man. Wait, they just made 3 mana. Oh, they got another Simeon. Interesting. Rabble.
Cool. Can deal with that.
Yes, we can.
Go, Mum. Get him, Mom. Yeah.
Take that, Goblin.
Let's see you Giver of Runes do that.
Giver of Runes could have just blocked it because it's a wanted, Rob.
I know.
Oh, okay. So I'm happy with Megas Moon staying in play right now because
play Crackers.
Why?
Um,
It's a mountain.
It is a mountain.
We can get rid of both of these creatures here, but I think we want this to stay in play. This is not a soul land because now they're just stuck under their own moon. So we just plow this and attack them, and then next turn play a sword.
Okay.
Actually, fuck it. We play the sword this turn because we can block Goblin Rabbi with this and block the token with this.
That's true.
In the words of Spock, live long and get fucked, scrub. That was definitely what he said in the 5th Star Trek movie, which was called the... what was the 5th Star Trek movie called? Anyone in chat? I was going to make a pun, but I don't know which one the 5th one was.
The Journey Home?
Is it the Journey Home? I was going to go with Journey Home, only because other than Wrath of Khan, it's the only one I can recall the name of. What are they called? Okay, here we go. Motion Picture, Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock?
Yeah.
So that's 3. 4th one is Undiscovered Country, or is that 6?
Mm.
And there's Journey Home. Which one's the one with the whales? That's just fucking awful.
That's Journey Home.
God damn it, that movie's a pile of shit. Do you know what is a pile of shit, Rob? Picard. Have you been watching it?
No, I haven't.
God damn it. I want to like it so bad, Rob. It's like me and Doctor Who, where I periodically watch it. I'm like, please, just let me like it. Oh god, Megachub likes Picard? Why? Why? It's just got no redeemable features.
So what is it about that you don't like?
I think I don't like it, Rob, because I don't like it because there's nothing about it that I actually like. I think that's more of an accurate description. And I know it sounds weird, so let me explain. So when I'm watching it, at no point do I go, that was cool. Like, nothing about it is making me feel that way. So there's a lot of like humdrum mediocre shit, and then some cringy bits as well. So like, I feel like everyone has written. Hang on, let me pass the turn. We're not attacking here. I want to make sure I don't fuck this game up because I'm talking about Picard now. Like even like I have a huge amount of affection for Patrick Stewart, right? As many people do, because he's Captain Picard. But even with his gravitas, I'm sometimes just like surprised at the way he's been directed or the actions he's taking. Even the way he greets Romulans in episode 4, which was the last one I watched, I was like, it all feels really weirdly forced. And that sounds like a weird thing to say about people greeting each other, but the whole thing just feels like I'm watching people on a stage perform an adaptation of a TV show that might have been better at some point. And then beyond that, I don't feel like it's actually Star Trek either, because there's no actual like... Nothing in this show is talking about the conjecture of science in science fiction. It's some sort of mystery, but it's a mystery where we have no way of trying to determine the mystery ourselves. We are not giving clues to unravel said mystery. It's just like, there's this thing called the Destroyer. It's very much like new age TV writing, where there's a mystery that will eventually be shown to us, and then we're meant to go, wow, I wasn't expecting that. And you didn't expect it, because it didn't give you anything to expect. You're just like getting fucking led along on this fucking not quite a mystery tour that they're pretending is some sort of like detective mission that you can be a part of but you can't be. Mm-hmm. Also, Starfleet is very, very, very like just evil in it seems. Which
okay, that's very un-Star Trek.
Well, yes and no. So this is the thing. So I thought that too, but then someone pointed out that in the old original movies, all the villains almost exclusively are just evil Starfleet admirals who are corrupt. And I was like, like I haven't watched the original movies for a very, very long time, barring like Wrath of Khan and the motion picture shit. So, but I do recall there being like evil admirals and shit. So maybe we're being unfair in that way. What else? What do I like about it? That's the thing. So, everyone looks incredibly aged, including Data, which is kind of weird, right? Because you'd think they'd use some CG to not make Data look aged, because he's an android, but he's pretty aged. So that's just weird. Which makes it feel more like it's a sort of farted out, we need to try and reboot Star Trek. It feels more obviously fan service when everyone's old, right? That's a fair comment to make. Would you agree?
Yeah.
What else?
People want to feel like their thing grew up with them.
And I fucking love fan service. So the fact that, so I watched the 4th episode yesterday.
Look the Goblin.
Yeah, I'm just slowly getting there as I talk and do everything very slowly.
Okay.
And,
tap your mum.
Yeah, I'm gonna. But I appreciate the heads up, because otherwise I will fuck something up. Let me just do this, then carry on what I was going to say. Oh no, they've got a braid? The stomp. Interesting, we can't prevent that anyway. But that does save their rabble. Okay. Sure. Red, sure. Let's think about this for a second. This dies, rabble survives. Oh, damage can't be prevented. Nailed us. Fuck. Okay. That is not good. But all the decks play this now. Bone Crusher Giant's really common in this deck. So we drew Giver, which is great. We're going to play Giver. Oh, no, we're not going to play Giver!
Oh, damn it!
Right, we're fucked then. We're absolutely fucked. We need to draw Wisp. Okay, I guess we're F6 and die now. Oh, fuck! Fuck! Stomp ruined us! That was way better than I expected it to be, because I forgot we can't cast any more spells. How is it a 3 appearing in a hand 4 times in a row so frequent? Can someone help me? The evil stuff is really a commentary on the corruption of the US government. Also, Data being old is a reference to him going out of his way to be human. Is it though? Like, did he change his flesh? Did he get living flesh after first contact or something?
Yeah, it's like Bicentennial Man, you know? He wants to be like more like human. That makes sense, I guess.
But do the rules and laws of physics change if you want to be more human? Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. Just get.
We've lost this game. We've lost this game. Stop.
Cheaper
This card literally just fucking absolutely ruined us. Like, any other removal spell wouldn't even be
Will
that
you
bad.
be at Magic Fest, Charlotte, North Carolina, USA? I'd love to play some EDH and chill with you, Daddy.
Wisp, 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 wisp. Come on. Oh, fuck. Does this even save us? I guess it does. Oh no! Fuck!
Oh, what are you doing?
Bollocks! Hang on, everybody. Oh no, it probably wasn't. I thought last game Scry was the second option on the list, but it probably isn't, right? Because that's how it's labelled on
That's
this.
how it's templated.
Another one.
I could have fucking sworn Scry was that. Okay, that's bad. Now we're just blind still trying to draw a Wisp. Fuck me! Fuck me. I was so sure about what I was doing as well. Fuck me. What else is good about Picard? Like, the special effects look okay, I guess. Oh, there's just random action scenes that I don't think would be bad if the rest of the show felt like Star Trek, but it doesn't. So, like, in the first episode, there's, like, fucking... the date... Do we care about spoilers? Should I not be spoilering for people in chat?
Whatever.
I'm going to spoil the first 4 episodes. Oh, I could have equipped the sword. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about Picard until after this game. Because that means the sword on this would have been 10 times... Oh, fuck. Just think I threw the game. Fuck. Fucking Picard. It's such a shit show. For shit cunts. Go to 5. This also pings us, by the way, when we fucking plow it. Oh, okay. Guess fuck me then, I guess. That stomp was so unbelievably good.
So good. So good.
Can we have our draw step, please, opponent? I mean, you've won, but I just want to get my draw step, please. Please. If weirdly, although it definitely was a punt, the punt wouldn't have mattered because they would have just cast Khan and turned this to a creature. Oh no, that would have mattered because that would have unequipped it from the Charm Prince, but then we would have had another blocker. So. Okay, let's talk while the opponent decides to go to the bathroom in the second main. Yeah, so like in the opening episode, so spoilers. Anyone who's watching this who wants to still catch up with Picard and hasn't yet, then please do click off because I'm about to talk about the first 4 episodes of Picard, and I don't know if I'll probably end up fucking sucking back in to watch the 5th. There's 7 episodes so far. So in the first episode, we have this young girl, and we don't know what she's. I just assume she's gonna be one of the new crew because I think they do. Okay, here's something I like about the new series, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
In the opening season, there is a crew being put together, and we get to go through as Picard meets each of them and puts the crew together. Where normally you're put with a crew, and then you find out about the backstory through a bit of dialogue. This actually spends time with Picard meeting them all. So that's... I don't not like it loads. I don't like it loads, but I like it enough. Like, I don't feel like I need this in my Star Trek, but it's fine. Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So we meet this girl who I assume was going to be part of this narrative, right? You know, you're right to abandon the opponent, never didn't have... yeah. So this character ends up being like Data's daughter. Because Data has... opponents... Oh, every time I start getting into it. God damn it, Magic, you're getting in the way. Or is it Picard that's getting in the way? My favourite bit about the new Picard show, Rob, is there's a bit in episode 3 where the Data's daughter, there's basically twins. And the only reason they know they're twins is because when they meet the first girl, she mentions her sister, and she gives Picard this necklace to hold on to for the night, for some reason I can't remember why, and then she gets killed. And Picard's got this necklace, and the necklace is like two rings encircling each other, which show binary stars that are connected, which just, you know, like that they're really bound. Turns out they're twins. They look exactly the same.
Okay.
So at the point where they're trying to figure out where this other twin might be, they find out a communication signal in a room via some pseudoscience bullshit. It does feel like it should be in Star Trek, you know, stuff that they're just like saying technobabble to figure out how they can find this comm signal.
Yep, of course, yep.
And Picard's like, so where did the signal come from? And this woman says, well, because of the way it's encoded, we don't know exactly where it came from, but we can tell you where it's not from. And Picard's like, go on. It's like, it's not. And there's a pause, and the music rises to a crescendo. From Earth. And Picard looks shocked.
Another
And I'm
one.
just sat there like, well, it's fucking Star Trek. There's a good
Yeah, if you're
chance
not
it's not
planning
on Earth.
leaving the planet. What the hell are you here for?
Like, but also this is a world where like it's the Federation for fuck's sake, and it's just oh my fucking god. And that's an example of how the whole show is like stuck in this modern. Let's have suspense and drama where there isn't any suspense and drama. Like that is not a reason to be fucking shocked or to have any drama for the audience. God, I fucking hate it. And then I guess we'll cut mums and plowshares. Bringing a ballista over plowshares, maybe. Yeah, sure. So, but this Data's daughter, Rob, is also like a cyborg fucking ninja. Who, when she's activated, yeah, when this secret Shadow Cabal come for her, she gets activated and does like a Jason Bourne style kick the shit out of 7 guys in a room thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I confirm there's some decent pulling of rugs from under your feet with some twists. Bullshit. There's no bullshit. There'll just be random shit thrown at you with no like the rug can't be pulled under you because the rug's not being established. It's bollocks. Unless it turns out that Data was actually a human all along. Turns out she's River. Yeah, it's literally River from fucking Firefly. Except she dies in the first episode because a Romulan spits acid on her. Because apparently Romulans have acid spit now? Question mark.
No idea.
No, that's
Not
never
an expert on
explained either.
Romulan physiology, I'm afraid.
Fucking hell. And there's shit tons of Borg in it. There's a reappropriated Borg cube.
Naturally.
Because obviously, and I'm a big fan of the Borg, but like you can't have Star Trek now without a lot of Borg shit in it. And then at the end of episode set 4, where I'm just like, oh, I don't give a fuck about this. They teleport this pilot off of a damaged ship that flew past and helped them fight an ancient bird of prey. It's just a random Romulan bird of prey that like is modelled off the original series for fan service, right? That this warlord happens to own. He happens to own a classic bird of prey. Again, just for fan service. They teleport her on board, and guess who it is? It's 7 of 9. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch the 5th episode, aren't I? Because the cliffhanger is that they found 7 of 9 randomly for no apparent reason. And I'm like, I'm such a sucker for this shit. I was trying to convince Brian to actually watch it so I can hear his opinion, because I know he'll hate it, because the Prof's a big Star Trek fan. And we were in traffic in Portland, like, it's like a crossroad, waiting for the lights to go green, as I'm explaining to him something, I was asking something about it, and he's like, I don't want to watch it, Vince. And he leans forward and slams his hands onto the, like, steering wheel, letting out a horn, and people are, like, looking, because he's like, nah. I'm like, oh, I guess you really don't fucking know. Yeah, so, Star Trek, eh? Okay, so I want to do a third land, so I can put Prelate on 4. I guess put it on 2 to stop Stomp, but 4 stops Chandras and Fiery Confidences and Khans.
Let's play our Prince and Scry rather than Game Life.
Yeah, the other options are obviously Stone Futuristic Goes and Puzzles and Equipment, which is all cool. Revoker can actually name Simeon Spirit Guide and stop them playing a 4-drop next turn.
Well, I mean, it's not going to stop another Ancient Tomb Khan.
Nope. But I mean, nothing in our hand does.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's just go Princey Boy. It is that way round. I'm just an idiot. Cool. Well, Cavern of Souls. Let's put that on the bottom, put that on the top. And that allows us to play our second Giver of Runes if we draw it, or if they play a Charleston 2, any of our stuff. Do you think this has happened a few times recently where there is more money in sense than new shows and it results in slightly underwhelming, anticlimactic things? I think it's more money than sense. I think it's just people who are shit at writing and or show running getting to write and or show run. Like, I don't know if that's too or not. They are doing the old chalice for 2 trick. Cool. Because, like, the guy who wrote or show runs for this, one of them, is the guy who did the fucking Star Trek reboot, which wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good, right? And part of the background story for this, Rob, is off camera, by the way. It's a lot of a Romulan crisis that happens that is, like, kind of on parallel and similar to the stuff from the original reboot. So it's almost like this person can't leave their rebooted work alone, even though the community and everyone doesn't really like it very much. They're like, well, I'm just going to go back and reference that again because it's my thing. It's like ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's about building up the, everything needs to be a continuity universe now. The show needs to have callbacks to the in-film universe because that's
sure, but this is Star Trek, Rob. They could call back to the last 30 to 40 years of Star Trek. They don't have to call back to the reboot movie that no one liked, or most people didn't like. Like that's just fucking his own servicing his own cock. That's nothing to do with like trying to make continuity. Frustratingly, playing this on 3... So what the fuck am I doing? Playing this on 3 doesn't stop me from just stomping it because we can't give it protection. But does stop Khans and Chandras. And... We could stop 2, but then they can play Khan and go get a bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's put it on 4 then. Fuck it.
I think 4.
So I ain't gonna defend Trek at all for being Breaking Bad in space in regards to quality. Like, no one was expecting that, were they? They were just expecting it to be at least fucking...
No, they were expecting Star Trek. Like, you don't have to compare it to something else. Surely you just be like, is it as good as Star Trek? Yes or no?
Does it feel like Next Gen? No. Does it feel like any other Star Trek? No. Does it feel good? No. And you're like, oh, well, I guess... What is there to do now? Let's go ahead and spend white mana on a core.
I seem to recall that a lot of people like hated Deep Space Nine when it first came out because it wasn't like Star Trek, and then it kind of like it aged quite well.
This is the thing. This is why I'm thinking I need to get through the first season of Picard, hoping that once the crew is assembled, it'll come into its own, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You gotta give it a chance to impress you. I mean, I know saying that after 4 episodes,
I'm 4 hours into this piece of media. Like, how much fucking time do I give this piece of shit?
That's the thing, yeah. I get that with all sorts of things. Oh, it's really good after you've invested X amount of time into it. And I'm like, well, that's not an endorsement. Like,
time is finite and we're all dying. So, like, but, yeah. Did you like... Is Into Darkness the one where fucking Benedict Thundersnatch plays Khan? Is that Into Darkness?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was shite. I didn't even dislike the reboot movie, but I thought that was shite. I mean, the Next Generation, you probably should skip some of the early seasons just in general. Deep Space Nine, you need to find an order to watch it online and skip a load of random episodes because there's like 13 episodes a season. No, there's 20 episodes a season. Some of them just are not useful.
And there's a lot of Monster of the Week, or because of Star Trek Politics of the Week episodes, which are not very good. Yeah,
exactly. Like, that's the thing, though. We say this, and I'm siding with you and agreeing that you can't... we time is finite and we don't have the time to invest in this shit, right? But I'm also a great believer in that I wish we had more time because I think, like a work of art or a piece of media needs to be appreciated as a whole, like a cohesive whole. Like playing a video game for like 2 hours and then saying it's shit isn't fair, especially if it's sort of like, if it's a narrative game, like a single player game, because it might get a lot better, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, like you got to look at these things within their historical context, right? So, Deep Space Nine and the original Star Trek, the Next Generation was like, those are serials that are going to come out once one episode a week, right? So when you space it out, half an hour of your day once a week is not a massive investment. So if there's a crappy episode, one every 4 episodes, or even 3 out of 4 episodes, like it's not the end of the world, right? You'll still watch the next one. Whereas in the way that we consume media is now so different, and we expect binge-worthy content, then the demand must meet that expectation. So the quality must be higher at every step.
Yeah, agreed. That's an interesting point. Like I hadn't really thought of it that way around. Although Star Trek and Mandalorian and stuff are trying to emulate that by releasing like Picard is released once a week, which is really bizarre because that's not how most people want to consume it, right?
Well, it's to stop people from getting a free trial of the service and then binge watching it for a week and then
Well, yeah. So the model that most services have not provided, so have pursued like that. Oh, they missed the land drop. Sweet. Is to ensure that there's a show coming up that people will want to watch after a show finishes. So like HBO are doing this, and that translates to us in the UK on like Now TV, right? Like once Game of Thrones had finished, The Watchmen come out, and now The Watchmen has finished. I assume there's another show that people are meant to want to watch. That
yeah, they did that. Yeah, they also did with. Well, for me, it was Chernobyl. Like they
Another
stopped.
one.
Game of Thrones finished. I cancelled.
Oh, it might have been
Now
Chernobyl
TV, and
into
then I was
Watchmen, I think.
like, no more. So. Yeah.
Fun fact, so we won't. Please, people are going to try and spoil it anyway. Like if there's trolls here, but I haven't seen the last episode of the Watchmen TV show because I thought it. I think it's 11 episodes. And I thought it only ran for 10, and I hated the ending. Being like, wow, that's just leaving it open for another series, right? I mean, Steph went away from it not very happy, and then I was reading on Twitter happy because it's not getting renewed for a second season because the showrunner said it's a complete whole. And I don't want to do that, and people on Twitter were saying it's the best cohesive whole of a TV series I've ever watched. And me and stuff are like, that's
Really?
not fucking true. The cliffhanger was bullshit. Then I looked it up and I realised, oh, we didn't watch the final episode.
Whoops.
So yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb. Have you watched The Boys? I've watched 3 episodes of The Boys. And it's okay. But again, like, I've grown to a point where, like, I've read the first 2 trade paperbacks of the original Boys. And again, it's very much of its time. I think the show is doing a good job of like not being too bogged down by trying to be like the edgiest shit ever. The beauty here, by the way, chat, to talk about magic for a second, is that when we flicker this chalice now to 0, we have no 0 CMC cards in our deck, but they do have 4 Chrome Moxes. And they've missed land drops, so this is great. They've scooped. I do want to watch American Gods, and I kind of want to try Good Omens. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. Good Omens is on mine and Catherine's list of things to
but I also don't really like Michael. Is it Martin Sheen? Whatever his name is. Michael Sheen.
You don't like Michael Sheen?
Not really.
Oh,
and I really don't like fucking Tennant. I'm sorry. I know this is not something we agree on.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Well, you probably won't like it.
I know exactly, but I'm like, maybe this is the show to make me like them. Right?
Yeah, maybe. Like, where do you stand on Terry Pratchett? I don't think
I've read 2 books. I think I've read Good Omens as one of the first books I ever read.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very hazy. I just remember the opening and then not really focusing on reading the rest of it. So I remember a cat and a car driving towards a cat. And then I also read The Monstrous Regiment. So Terry Pratchett was one of the first like novelists that I read any novels of. So I read Monstrous Regiment, which like looking back is interesting because I believe it's a female vampire joining the army in like a Mulan thing and pretending not to be a woman nor a vampire. I believe, but again, hazy, real hazy.
Yeah,
and then that's it.
Kind of on. Yeah, you're a bit off there, but yeah. Okay.
Is it so? Is it a person pretend? Is it a vampire pretending not to be a vampire? Is it a woman?
Yeah, basically, it's girls joining the army, and then the whole regiment they're all women. And except for one character who is the vampire, but it turns out like basically practically everybody in the army is a woman because all the men are all dead.
Oh, that's it. Oh right, okay, yeah, that rings a bell. I remember like a scene involving some like mutilation in a shed or something. I don't know. Like I said, I think I read those books when I was 14. Maybe 12, and I do not remember them very well at all. But yeah, I don't dislike Pratchett. I've just never really, barring like it being my introduction to reading a book, I've never really gone back to him. So
fair enough.
I think I got Monstrous Regiment and Good Omens probably in some sort of like bumper book selection that my mum had bought me from like a booktastic book fair thing,
okay,
or Scholastic or whatever. You know what I mean? The little catalogs where you get like shit.
Yeah.
And I think she bought me like a novel book thing, and I had those 2 and something else that I never read, which I feel like was another Pratchett novel. I don't even know if I finished Good Omens, come to think of it, but I don't. Yeah. So, but you're a big fan?
Yeah, huge fan. I've met him several times. All my hardback copies of his books I've got signed.
Have you met? Because obviously he lives relatively locally, right?
He used to, yeah, but he's dead now.
Of course he is. Fucking jerk.
He used to live in Wincanton, which is like basically where all the older members of my family live around there. That area.
Is it near Salisbury?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fan. And with regard to American Gods, I really enjoy American Gods the book, but it's very it's very bitty and it's very meandering and very sort of weirdly paced. So I'm rather worried about what it's going to be as a TV show because it doesn't feel like something that would adapt well to television.
Right.
But it looks good, like from the things I've seen.
Have you not watched it yet then?
I haven't watched it yet, though. Again, it's on our list of many.
Ah,
Currently, Catherine's
right.
making me watch The Crown, and I'm loving it. I must admit.
Really?
Yeah, I
Another
really am.
one.
Oh god, someone was recommended to me recently and I was like, I'd rather eat my own shit, but
It's straight. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. I was quite sort of dismissive of it when it first came out, and I didn't really sort of care for it. But it's just really well acted, well written drama. Like it's just excellent.
But like, will someone who even is like anti-monarchist give a shit?
Yeah, but it's not. That's the thing. Like the issues aren't about like.
Sure,
It's
like
not about,
Steph
monarchy,
enjoyed
it's about
Steph
people,
enjoyed the
yeah.
wrestler when she doesn't like wrestling. I get that,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
like, Steph doesn't hate wrestling, if that makes sense. So I do really fucking hate the fact that people, especially the glorification of the royal family by the Americans as well. Like it just makes me feel like sick to my stomach. Do you know they're calling Meghan and Harry's leaving Megxit
That's.
the worst? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because people ask me, how do I feel about Megxit? And I was like, is this a joke about Brexit being mega? I don't understand. And they're like, no, it's what we're calling... And I was like, oh my god, please stop. Just fucking
Just stop you
out.
there forever, please.
just never ever say those words again. Hello, Admiral Blastoise. Lol. People are saying lol, fucking kill me. Come on, Americans in this chat, have you not seen it called Megxit? Hang on. I'm going to post it to Twitter now. I took a picture of one of the I'll show it on camera now. Hang on. I took a picture of one of the gossip mags that I saw in the airport on the way out because people had said Megxit to me. I thought maybe that was just their unique way of mentioning it, but no. Let's go to Facecam for this one. The Queen's Revenge. Enough, and it says demands immediate Megxit with strict rules. Strips Harry and Meghan of royal titles. Plans to crown Kate the new Queen. Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck off, America. Just fucking don't give them ideas that they're important. Jesus. Might as well be the Daily Mail. No, but I'm not saying it's reliable news, Diet Plane. I'm just referring to the term. I heard it like twice from two other human beings talking to me at Reno. Then I saw that fucking magazine. I was like, oh, it's not just like a weird thing that like the locals here or like nerds are calling it. It's literally a thing like glamour gladrag shit is calling it, you know? I added the national... If we're talking about the Queen, I did add the national anthem, a recorded version of it. You're not going to hear it, Rob. To my soundboard. So let's play that now. God Save the Queen and all that. It's a bit of a slow burner. Hang on, we're getting there. There we go. That's enough of that now, because I know it's fucking horrendous. There is also this clip. Oh no, it's resized it. No, hang on. Let me make that smaller again. God damn it, OBS. Why did you do this to me? Sorry, chat. I'll fix that. 1 second. Let's try that again. Nope, it's still too big. That's what she said. Nailed it. Wait, what the fuck? Nope. Sorry, looks like I'm a very professional streamer. Let's try it one more time. One more time. There we go. Nailed it. That's me smashing acorns into the water. Yeah. So, Rob, you just don't know what the fuck's going on because you can't see any of this shit, can you?
No, I can't.
Just chilling while I entertain people.
Yeah,
Sunburst for
not
one.
content
This
meant for me.
is not good for us at all.
Oh dear.
Fun fact, that's not actually a stone in that video. It's actually like a pine cone. Okay, well, that E was kind of brutal.
Yep.
Wish I can go get a Knight of the Relic with this.
Do we get past Jailer?
There's a Punishing Fire in the graveyard and Grove of the Burn Willow, so I think we have to get Remorseful Cleric. That EE's made everything a mess, because like this would be like a very easy thing to do. But now we're not in easy town, we're in like hard mode. Oh, I'm a tit, Rob. You get Sanctum Prelate and put it on 2. Like the most obvious thing in the world.
Like I said, hard mode.
Yep. Wow, it's definitely hard when you just forget how the matchup works. Oh, fuck.
Okay, we'll draw Flicker Wisp and we'll get another go.
No, we won't, because I'm going to Punishing Fire it in response. Wasteland, okay, cool. I did waste like 4 minutes of my clock saluting to a recorder version of God Save the Queen, so... yeah.
Life from the Loom.
They can now get Punishing Fire back in response to the Remorseful Cleric. At least getting rid of the Life from the Loam buys us some time.
Yeah, true.
If I play the Thala, they just bounce it, but I guess better than not playing it, perhaps. And then we get an upkeep on their turn and Remorseful Cleric them. Sure. Upkeep. Get rid of the loam. We should have put the fucking... I think to put it on 2 would be so good. I'm such a fucking idiot. I've run out of water, chat, as well. I need more water in my life. Not enough water. Can you cleric in response to the Punishing Fire trigger? I can, Animal Blastoise, but what would happen is we'd go to their draw step and they would loam. They would dredge loam. So we had to make a decision between getting Punishing Fire or loam, because once loam's dredged, we can't get rid of it, and they got another shot on loam, right? And I wanted to try and stop them getting Dark Death, essentially, is where we're at. Looking for a Recruiter and a Prelate. Oh, I Wisp on the Recruiter. They got Punishing Fire in hand, though, Rob.
Yeah.
We've really fucked this game up. Like, getting Prelate would have made it, like, so we can actually play a long game of Magic.
Instead, we got to just grind through.
I don't think we can win at this point. We fucked it really bad. I'm going to go to game 2. I fucked it so badly. Game 1 is really, really rough. And getting the Prelate would have just been fucking golden. That was so
Another
bad.
one.
So bad. Yeah, that was fucking awful. Right, let's get rid of some Stoneforge Mystics.
Yep.
They're probably going to bring in Tireless Trackers, I'd imagine, nowadays. So we don't want to trim all of our removal.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we want all of our removal for fucking Marit Lage. permanently cut stone. So exactly, so we're cutting a lot of stone forges today, and that's what I'm thinking of doing for the budget version of D&T is to cut stone forge. Oh, fuck off. Punished hard. Okay. God, I need some water. I'm so dehydrated. It's unreal. Split. Oh, undo. Actually, do I want to do that? Probably do, actually. Yeah, we do. What's messed up about the opponent's surname? Username? Are we thinking it's... What's Mexans? I don't understand. And if so, should we be reporting them? Exploration? Sure. Grove? Sure. Oh, push notification, Rob, from BBC.
The news. Italy's PM Giuseppe Conte extends coronavirus measures, including ban on public gatherings, to entire country. It's literally like playing a game of Plague Inc. right now.
Yeah. Oh, at least Korea had some good news today, right? With
Yep, decrease in things.
as in Mexicans, possibly. I don't know if F Mexicans is definitely like fuck Mexicans. I don't know about that, buddy. Like, that's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, that's a huge stretch. Like, if we're just looking for people to have offensive names and like adding 3 letters and shit. Like, it's not outside the realms of possibility, but it does seem like a stretch. They can now have a claimer for Dark Depths. We have a wasteland. Ask them. What does your user name mean? I think if it does mean that, they're not going to say. I just think they're not going to respond. Okay, so they can crack Water Grove and fetch to grow this? Yeah. Okay. So we swing. We can always path the thing to save Thalia, keep wasting up for the Dark Depths. So they could go for Dark Depths combo mid-combat. So I want to go get Recruit and get Prelate to turn off Loam and Punishing Fire, but at the moment we're fighting an onboard Dark Depths combo. So what we really need to do is deal with that first. Next time we can go Recruit a plus a Plains to be able to get the Prelate and keep Path up for a potential Merit Lage. If we swing during combat, they can block, activate for 2 mana, sack this, get a Dark Depths, then they can't activate Thespian Stage. I guess we just attack. Play a Wasteland. Pass the turn. They can now, like, Elvish Reclaim to get a Rashad Port, I guess. They sack their stage, so that means they got a life in the Loam in hand. Response to Reclaim activation, waste the stage. Wasteland. Okay. So Prelate on 2 would be gas, but it's going to be way too late. The damage will be done by then. Rashad and Port as well. Okay, we're going to struggle to cast spells.
Another one.
Wasteland.
So we're going to... Okay, they wastelanded our... Yeah, okay, interesting. So Wasteland are flagstones here in case we're like cataclysm them later, I guess is the reason.
Ah, that makes sense.
It also makes a 3/4. And we really don't want them to play Loam here. We want them not to have Loam. No Loam. Sweet. They're going to port down our planes, so we're going to make a white mana. We're going to play Recruiter this turn. I just don't know whether we...
We what?
Path the
Can't
Reclaimer.
Can't path got Thalia. Then we can't.
Oh, of course we can't. Yeah, okay. Just let it go then. We drew a Vial.
Another one.
Nice, but... Okay,
Not
we're
quite
safe
right.
to go get Prelate here, I think.
Yeah. Sanctum.
The other option is getting Fairy Macabre so we can take the stage if they do draw Loam.
It's tempting, and we do have a Flicker Wisp, so we could go again. Double dip. Yeah. Just so the question is whether they draw Loam this turn.
If they draw Loam this turn, we probably lose because they can get back Wasteland Thespian stage. Then they can Wasteland our Wasteland, and they can port our planes, and we're just in a real bad spot.
So Fairy Macabre is the safer option to get first, then Sanctum Prelate to prevent that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they'll know about it. Oh, I'm really torn.
Yeah, by the time we get the Prelate down, Ape, the
Oh, we're
Loam
gonna
will-
Prelate on 2. It's the question or not, or whether we got a turn 3 or not. Like Prelate on 2 is like hands down the best thing we can do. It's dumb that we didn't do it in game 1. I think we have to get Prelate here.
Well, if it is the very best thing we can do, we've got to just roll with it.
Sure, but I mean, like, it's the question of whether or not we have time to not do it. Like, for a
Of
turn.
course, yeah.
Like, here, we're possibly getting ported, casting a Prelate, and then having them, like, fucking go get... Well, okay, they don't have... If they don't have... Yeah, it's all hinging on them having Loam. As long as they don't have Loam, I think we're fine. Because they have an Exploration, but they have 3 cards in hand, and we know one... There you go, they're gambling for the Loam. We should have... Yeah, okay. If I thought about this, I totally even think about Gamble. Because of Gamble being able to get Loam as well, they've got like 8 draws that are live. We should have got Fairy Macabre for that reason. Because then with this on the stack, cracking this, yeah. Force of Vigor went to the graveyard, so they got Loam in hand. Now they cast Loam. Then they get Wasteland of the Thespian stage.
Yeah, land for Loam.
Oh, they do, and they haven't got it. Oof. That's uncomfortable. So now they go and get what? Glacial Chasm? That is interesting, yeah, Tega. Just sitting their deck, I guess. Okay, that worked out beautifully. I guess they didn't realise that either. Sure, I guess we're going to go... Do we want to Wasteland them as well? I probably do, right?
What do they get the Tiger for? What's red?
To give them a red source, like for Punishing Fire or for Vortex. But they had a red source already off the Box Diamond. If they have Molten Vortex, we're in a
2
bad spot. Okay, so we're going to do that.
Makes you want to, yeah.
Blow up the Tega. I mean, the Warlock Grove is a potential option as well. Next time we flicker the Mox Diamond and kill that, and then they're stuck. Keep waste for Blast Zone.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think they can get Blast Zone and get it to 3 in time, though, can they? We can also Wisp it if they're putting cards out slowly. If they cast a 2-mana Vortex here, that's what the Tega was for. Molten Vortex. The second Gamble for 2 mana. Looking for Vortex or a Tracker, perhaps. Academy Ruins went to the graveyard.
Okay.
I'm going to flicker Wisp this Mox Diamond so fucking hard.
Okay.
I mean, part of me wants to flick at the recruiter to get a jailer, but I think that's just greedy.
That's a bit too cute given that we're running on lands. See you later. Is this a concession? Surely this. No, okay. Get in.
What if they play one forest or two these days? Because of that, we'll test it with the path next turn. Moxdown went to the bin, obviously, because we know they haven't got a land in hand. They can't cast 2 mana spells for 2 reasons here. 1, not enough mana, and 2, they literally cannot. Okay, there we go.
Yes!
So prelate was good enough. Prelate wasn't good enough if they didn't fuck up, right? But I guess even if we got the macabre, they couldn't gamble plus... Yeah, Thalia fucked them. Thalia fucked them way more than I expected. Okay, cool. Do we want more removal on the draw? Probably.
Yes.
So bring in the
Files are slower on the draw.
plowshares. It's kind
And
of
they
far
got bigger.
nice. Yeah. The Force of Vigor's for our rest in peace, I think.
Okay. Bit tricky now we're on the play. I draw rather.
Okay. We've got turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Rest in Peace, and a Caracas, and a Thalia, and a Recruiter to get Prelate, and later down the line a Cataclysm. This sounds actually pretty gas. As long as we don't like Wasteland ported out of the game, which is always a possibility.
Yep.
Let's keep this. This seems pretty good.
Yeah.
This hand is borderline perfect. Like, one of these needs to be a basic. This, I guess, but even then, Flagstones is good with the Cataclysm, and Crackers is good with the Thalia and the Merit Lages. So arguably it's not. Draw planes now would be gas. Oh!
Yes!
Mwah! Fucking hell. Jesus
They've had a
Christ.
slow first turn.
Well, I'm hoping they don't just
No
play Port
expiration,
here, because I really want us to slam Rip as well.
Yep.
But yeah, with no exploration and no like Mox turn 1, it does ask the question as to what is actually in their hand. Just gonna play a library here. Francesco Messina, my name. Sometimes I use FMS and... There we go, chat. They're not just like a racist. It's actually their fucking name. Everyone's always looking for ill intent. This is something I've... You know, everyone talk about how stupid people are. And people are like, oh, everyone's avoiding Chinese restaurants. Like, there are a handful of people who are fucking idiots and doing that, but the majority of people aren't that fucking dumb, surely. Everyone's always looking for the worst. Always looking for the worst. So... If we rip and then they find Force of Vigor from Sylvan Library and get our Vial and our rip, that'd feel bad.
Yep.
So I guess we lead with Thalia.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because actually, yeah, that's good, because then if they want to spend their whole turn doing loam stuff, like, loam's going to cost 3, Punishing Fire's going to cost 3, like, so if they kill Thalia...
And next time we can play Caracas, then we have Caracas plus Vial to keep her up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can actually, well, the problem is playing a rip with Thalia in play, I guess. But we can also Caracas her back to hand, play the rip, and then Vial her in their turn, which is a bit clunky. But well, we can hold
play
priority.
The land, play Rest in Peace.
Well, no, what you can, yeah, we could, couldn't we? Yeah, that makes more sense.
It amounts to the same thing. Well, short of keeping Swords to Plowshares up. That's the only thing it does.
Tireless Tracker, sure. Right, would love to draw one of the 4 Stoneforge on our sideboard at this point, I guess. I guess a Canonist would be okay. I'm just talking about something off our Vial here, something we can play off the Vial. Another Plains. We 100% just Plowshares that fucking tracker.
Yeah.
Because the value they're going to get off it's going to be absurd.
Getting in.
Yeah, well, the list that I took apart, Raymond Love and Ninja, was the Bologna list where I played 2 or the pre-Ren and 6-band list where I played 2 Tomic in my deck. So I almost played Tomic tonight. I was like, should I keep one in? Someone just sent me a foil Japanese one in the post. It's like, maybe I should play it. Punishing Fire. Turn this to a hand. This means they're probably going to play an Exploration or some shit. No, they're not. Okay, I'm going to keep my Val on 2, play Rip, then play Thalia and have Path up. Or Krakus up, should I say.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty strong. Wait, hang on. Is that stronger? They amount to the same thing unless they have.
Well, you just play both, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Instead of keeping Caracas up.
Oh yeah, but there's Punishing Fires in the graveyard though.
I don't know what's better.
No, we know what's better. It's Sanctum. We already had this conversation earlier.
Oh, I guess they could have. Oh, if they have 1 mana up and they force a Vigor it. That's what I'm saying. So if we played Rip and they force a Vigor in response to casting Valiant and Thalia, blowing up this in the Rip, then untap and have
so
loam.
just prelate on 2.
But what about Molten Vortex? Oh, none of these things stop Molten Vortex. Okay, let's just go prelate on 2 because it's just the best.
Mm-hmm. And now we've got Thalia with Caracas backup.
And I'm going to volley it in now. Wait, if I think they're upkeep. Yeah. I honestly don't see... Because Rip turns off Loam and Fires, right? And Prelate turns off Loam and Fires. I guess Prelate turns off a second copy of Fire in their hand, which Rep doesn't. So that's the upside. So yeah, Prelate has an upside. And Prelate can attack.
Also, if they don't have another red source, their Molten Vortex doesn't do anything anyway.
Yeah, exactly. The only downside to Prelate over Rep, I guess, is if they go second red source like a Nox Diamond, and then shoot the Prelate. But if they do that, we're going to recruit for another Prelate this turn anyway, so we should be alright.
Okay.
Here we go. Well, to be expected. Well, hopefully they make a food this turn, and then they don't elk this now, because Cataclysm unit's going to be great if we draw land. I'm going to Cataclysm anyway. I'm going to bounce Thalia back to hand. Vala in next one after the Cataclysm, and we're going to have a Prelate, a Vial, and a Caracas, and they're going to have like this and this.
Seems good.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? If we draw a land, it's even better. So we're going to bounce Thalia. We could kill Oka with the attack here, but I think blowing up a load of lands is good.
Yeah.
We're going to untap, not tick up. For a second Thalia. Sure, whatever.
So, Cataclysm on stack, then Flash in Thalia?
No. We want a Cataclysm.
Oh, we keep our...
Let it resolve. We're going to keep our Elk, which we can flicker us back to be a Prelate. Choose this, and choose Caracas. Done. Yeah, so for those who are in chat, I don't know if anyone's mentioned it, they don't get to choose Planeswalkers. They just have to lose it.
Oh, just hang on for that Force Vigor.
Flagstones triggers. Say yes. It's a tapped planes if I remember correctly. Yeah, cool. And we're going to violin.
Thalia. Happy days. Look at
There
that.
we go. That's like the picture. Almost the well, if we had Rip in play already, that's the picture perfect Cataclysm. Because now if they draw a land and somehow have Cataclysm in their hand, of Loam in their... Oh, I guess they can Silver Library into Loam plus a land. Then they can loam some lands back. But next turn, we just want to draw a land to rip them, because ripping them is so important. I guess there's an argument to attacking Yoko to kill it and just playing a rip. Perhaps that was better. So there is a slight chance that Cataclysm wasn't the best line.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got Sylvan Library online, so if we leave them with that much mana, like, they could quite easily do something combo or whatever. Whereas this effectively neutralizes
they've
the.
paid. They've
Now they took the hit to get the lands, so they
Reclaimer.
could
It's a big old boy.
try and catch up. Not for long, it's not. Hopefully.
Draw a land. Come on. Tick this up.
Yes.
No. Well, we can wisp out our own Thalia to rip them. That might be the legitimate thing to do, honestly.
Oh,
We can
actually,
also
yeah,
just
good
wisp
shout.
this to make it a 2/2, to make it on 2 again. So back to this idea of, is Sanctum on 2 better than Rip? But at the same time, Rip turns off the Salvage Reclaimer now. And Punishing Fires, which is in the bin right now, FYI. So they can get Punishing Fire back this one time. And then play it next turn.
So surely flickering the prelate is the idea here. If that's the case.
And then we can... But we're never casting Rip then, are we? But I guess Prelate on 2 is still good. But if they draw and play another Oko... Oh, God. Oh, God. We can't attack through this unless we play the Rip.
Tricky.
Okay, I know what we do. We attack, right?
Mhm.
And they block Thalia. Then we can Rip and we can reset our Prelate. If they block the Prelate, we reset Prelate and get 2 damage through, so we're like in the same position we'd be if we didn't attack.
Okay.
Cool. Take him to 7. We've also got to bear in mind that the Reclaimer might just randomly combo us. That's the other thing we need to bear in mind.
Mhm.
But we can also, now we can recruit a next turn for a Revoker to name Reclaimer, or we can go another Wisp to be able to get a Marit Lady instant speed off the table.
Mhm.
Oh no, did you accidentally sign up your modern deck in a Legacy event? Yeah, those famous modern decks playing Caracas, Sanctum Prelate, and Recruit of the Garden Cataclysm. Yeah, definitely. Silly deck clown. Infamously common cards. Like, white cards decks are good in Legacy. It's not so good in Modern. Relic Water. Oof. Nice Mox Diamond, bruh.
Nice. But it does enchantments as well, doesn't it?
It does do enchantments.
So you could just switch off the library.
Like, yeah, but I mean, we're about to hit him for 3 to 4 anyway, so they can't draw extra cards off of it. So I think constricting them with mana with a Thalia in play is just better.
Mhm. That's fair.
I mean, yeah, is that right? Yeah, I think taking them off mana is better, right?
Yeah.
Because now they can't like cast an Oko randomly off the top if they play a land and an Oko, yeah?
Mhm.
Because of
Yeah,
Thalia.
that makes sense. Yep.
Then we can recruit her in their turn.
And they can't go Vortex.
Yeah,
Activate Vortex.
exactly. You're right. So yeah, the
Take out
Mox
the
Diamond
Prelate.
taking out the Vortex is pretty gas. Apparently, Ramen Lover Ninja, whilst chatting to Sheldon Meanery, the guy who created... Oh, fuck, that gives him another turn. The guy who... No, it doesn't. We can whisper it out. The guy who created Commander, and he was saying that originally Caracas was legal, but all cards that started in the command zone had protection from Caracas invited onto them. And I was like, that's a really cool way of fixing it. And he's like, no, it was dumb. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Protection from Caracas.
Because that's cool, right? Because then everyone's commander still get to replay, but you can still do like Caracas or Mangara and stuff.
Yeah.
That's in your main deck. G'day, Shilas, and welcome, my friend. Okay, we're in a really good position. So at the end of the turn, we're going to recruit for the guard for a Wisp. Then Wisp can take out the maze, and we can swing with everything. They'll block two power things and take 3, 4, 5, 6 and die.
Cool.
They can't Punishing Fire. They cannot Life from the Loam. They cannot Oko. And if we draw a land, we can play this Rip on the final turn, on turn 8 of this Legacy game against the graveyard-based lands combo deck.
But at least we got it down. Okay, so yes. And Whoopie Wisp. Or we could style it out and could have gone for Jailer, take up the vial.
But they could then maze this wisp, block a 2. Oh, they still die. They still die. We get to... Oh, we can't rip them, Rob. Do you know why? This says cards that cost 2 cards.
Damn these symmetrical spells.
I know, how dare... Why? Why? Okay, we're gonna... say yes to this. Make a wisp. I guess flickering a creature or maze does the same thing. Oh no, we get in for 3 damage if we flicker the maze.
Boom.
Crack a clue. Do you remember that time, Rob, we went to that event and we played Commander and trade secrets was legal, and you trade secrets to me and I drew my whole deck, and we never planned to do that, but it just happened. Do you remember?
Yes. Yes.
And everyone was like, "You're sure planning to do that?" I was like, well, "It was never our plan, but it ended up being pretty good." And then Trade Secrets was banned, and it makes perfect sense. So there you go, chat. Me and Rob completely abused Trade Secrets with 2 randoms
Oh yeah,
at the event.
it was because I had mana up. I was convinced that I had Labman in my deck, so I would have just won the game. But it turns out I didn't.
That was a long time ago. What? I think it was a flashback draft for Zendikar, right? But like it was way after Zendikar. What? Do you remember what set was out then?
Theros block, maybe.
Maybe that's fine. I need to pee and get some water.
I think it was. We were playing Commander and M set pre-release. It might have been like M12, M11.
I thought it was the flashback thing where I came down to Amersham or wherever it was. Not Amersham, Aldershot maybe. And there was a Mirrodin draft and a Zendikar draft. We're talking a long time ago, though. Like,
yeah, no, that was in Camberley, yeah.
Yeah, even then, those sets weren't as expensive as they are now. Imagine if someone announced that now, but yeah, go on then. That sounds sick. I'm going to pee and grab some water, Rob. So you chat to chat for a second. I will be RB.
Okie dokie. Okay. Chat, it's been some time. You must have more questions, so ask me anything. Because that is what we do while Vince pees and gets more water. And we hope that he does those activities in the correct order. Have you ever travelled abroad? Yes. I have travelled abroad. Which is your favourite Thalia art layer? I like the one where she's got all the bloody pages dripping around her. I think it's the Johannes Voss. I think it is. That was really cool. Thoughts on Theros D&D? Haven't read it. Looks cool though. What's your least favourite colour? Beige. What's your favourite thing to do in Magic? Flicker and Norin the Wary. Favourite biscuit? Hobnob. Do you shave your legs on a regular basis? No, I do not. When ordering takeaway, what do you get? Depends on what we're ordering. Yeah, sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's curry. There's a really nice curry place up the road from where I live, which is really good. So yeah, depends. How does Vince keep his beard so magnificent? Trade secrets, I believe. If you would have anything from the bookcase on screen, what from Vince's background? Yeah, I'll have to have a look. Let's see. Probably the secret lair, because that's the secret lair goblins, and I really, really want that because all the goblins are amazing. Yeah, probably that. Good question. Where do we get to? If you could have anything, oh no, I did that one. What's your favorite fantasy dildo? The Hulk. Have you noticed the chibi emerald in the Voss? No, I haven't. What's your take on sushi? I like sushi. Which hobnob though? Chocolate covered hobnob. Favorite limited archetype, not specific to format, including cube, etc. I play a lot of Chaos Draft, so I like sort of Rakdos aggressive creatures and blue-white flyers. Do you want to be the very best like Nora was? I certainly do. I'm actually playing Pokemon right now. Which chocolate hobnob? I don't know. The nearest one to me. Why are we still going down this rabbit hole of question? If you could ban any one card in one form, which would you choose? I would ban. Mana Crypt out of Commander because I've seen it a lot recently and it's just cool. Like if you're gonna go like land Soul Ring into Signet, that's okay. But if you go land Soul Ring into that annoys me. No, Mana Crypt, yeah, Mana Crypt, that annoys me. Don't know why, but it just does. Dark or milk chocolate? Milk chocolate. Have you seen Vince without a beard? Yes, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've seen pictures of him when he was young. I can't remember if he had the beard all through university though. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him when he gets back. Have you tried Ruby chocolate? No. Do you like Abzan? Yes. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage? Red wine. Ban unbanned any card. No. Benjamin Wheeler. Hey Rob, how's it going, dude? Have a quick question. Is horse big dog?
Ignore
No.
him. Ignore him. It's a dog whistle for the alt-right. No, not really. He was talking about this a lot of Reno, and I was like, will you shut the fuck up at your big horse dog shit, you fucking Canadian?
Least favorite guild? I'm unpopular. Not the biggest fan of Demir, and not the biggest fan of Selesnya either. I think they're a bit too played out and a bit too, I don't know, not really my cup of tea.
See you later, Wheeler. He's like, oh no, I've been foiled. Vince hath returned. Is Ben Wheeler the Joey Wheeler of Magic? Is Joey Wheeler the Yu-Gi-Oh character? See, I know this shit now. I played Yu-Gi-Oh
You've
once.
been to an event. You've played at the
I've
highest
dabbed.
levels.
I've dabbed live on an official Konami stream. Yes, oh, I hate myself because I know that. So I got some new voices today.
This one makes it sound like I'm kind of watching by Daft Punk, right?
It does.
No. Oh, I think that broke Rob.
Hello?
Rob, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Rob?
Yes?
I think I broke Rob, chat.
You didn't break me, I'm here.
GLaDOS, interesting.
Can you hear me?
I think it's actually really soothing to dab sometimes. We can hear Rob, you can't. Ah. Let me call him again then.
Hello.
Rob, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Rob, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I know what it is.
Ah,
The cable on my headphones is a bit fucked.
okay.
Speak for me, Rob.
Speak for me, Rob. Can you hear me now?
Just keep talking so I try and...
Okay. Rob, now's your chance to tell us all Vince's secret.
There we go.
I
Okay.
don't know any Vince's secrets.
I need to change the cable on my headphones.
Okay.
Okay. You
hear me
paused
now?
before saying okay, and I was like, is it broken again? The thing hasn't gone green. I can hear you now, Rob.
Good.
If I can't hear you, then I'm going to have to wiggle my
Yeah,
stick.
we'll come up with a complex system of blinks to maintain communication.
But I can't see your face.
Damn it! I just have to use this text function that's in this chat stream here.
What year is it? 2001? Fucking hell.
I'll MSN you.
Hey you big sexy man, so happy to be able to watch again.
Hello, big nips and magic tips. Welcome back to the most dab-tastic of magic streams. I haven't dabbed once today.
Good. Don't overdo it.
I don't know. I actually enjoy dabbing a little bit now. It sounds, I didn't think I'd ever say it, Rob.
Look what you've become.
It just feels powerful, you know? So a quick refuel snack. I had 4 salted crackers with spicy wasabi pickle on top.
You know, for somebody who was thirsty, that doesn't sound like a good thing to be eating.
Well, you know, I'm always thirsty. For Dick, right, let's go ahead and play a threat. Actually, no, I'm gonna port him.
Yeah, 100%. Don't get ferried or whatever.
Yeah, right. Go on, get a non-basic. Yes! Let the hate drip through you. Oh, God, it's Snowco or some shit. This stuff is so tiring. You know how I used to say I like playing It's Miracles when I can be quiet, but not when I'm recording or streaming or whatever. Snowco is like that times 1,000.
Oh, Jesus. We just
Like
sit here and do nothing.
The magic is
Staring
fun
at
and interesting. It's just fucking grueling to have to talk about.
Okay, so we wasteland away and keep porting.
Yes, because I want them to fetch another non-basic. Excuse me. So, Rob, whose achievements are you going to try and get on League of Legends?
The owners, presumably.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. You can help me get... Oh, I didn't port because I was talking about League of Legends. You can help me get myself some Jinx ones.
Oh yeah. So what are the achievements?
So there's basically like, if this is an Oko, I've really fucked up.
You really fucked up.
Yeah, that was really fucking dumb. How do we beat this now? Got no onboard presence. I failed to wish and port because I asked you about fucking League of Legends.
Oh dear.
How do we come back from this? I guess part 1 is just... Okay, so we've got a few options. 1 is just drawing a Phyrexian Revoker. No. Okay. 2 is draw a Caracas so we can bounce our Jit when they inevitably fucking Oko it. In the 60-minute game against Bant Snowco... No, it's 4-colour Snowco that I played against Reno. I had a really cool play where I got to sack my Remorseful Cleric to exile my own graveyard so that Drown the Lock didn't kill my... counter my Sword of Fire and Ice.
That's pretty good.
Right, so that's a lot of damage. Okay. And have and draw that. Sure. Yeah, them getting that Oko down has just lost us this game, I think. We might have to skip it up and try and get on with the next match because of timing and clocks and shit.
Yeah, maybe. Play that up.
I guess.
Oko's
Petition
so
to change the color white in Magic to just milk.
Hello, Mr. Pekinas, and thank you for the Twitch Prime. They should, to honour me, they should change all white cards to reference milk instead. I agree.
Thalia, Guardian of Milk.
Exactly.
Flicker of Milk. Milkful Cleric.
Milkful Cleric. Rob, that is That sounds like the name of a porno. Like a really disgusting one. Oh, this is fucking miserable. Why couldn't they just ban it? I get that like this is where like design mistakes should live and shit, but this was like the worst one ever. Right?
Yep.
Like it's worse than Ivugan.
It's worse than
Dortmund.
DRS.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a load of fucking shit.
Because it
Right.
just does it on its own. Like it doesn't. You just can't deal with it. But at least we can port them.
I can take another 3.
Hmm?
So I can take another 3.
GT.
So we're gonna hit Oko here down to 4. Get some counters on GT, which keeps us alive and allows Thalia to like kill an elk in combat. Oh, Legacy Council, thank you for the host, my friend. And welcome. Welcome, y'all. They're going to target their own food, sure. And they're going to go to combat and attack. Welcome, we're playing some Death and Taxes. We're against fucking Oko as always.
Okay.
So block like this.
And one pump.
Minus
life
1
gain.
this. Shrink this down to a 2-2. Dan, you're not done. You're 100% right. Like, that's Planeswalkers in a nutshell, but like Oko's just worse. Plowshares my Thalia after blocks. Okay. Sure. They got a counter off me. God damn it. Then we're going to go ahead and take 5, go to 1. Then we can pump the cleric to a 4 to not kill the Oko frustratingly. For sure. I'll go to 3. Where the fuck was my maths at? Bloody hello, I see it well, my lovely General Kenobi play Legacy. Well, yeah. How the stream is going, gentlemen. Legacy Council, are you Arkan? Have you changed your name to Legacy Council now? Because you call me General Kenobi and no one else talks to me like that.
Aha! Finally.
It's a little bit fucking late, isn't it?
Where the hell have you been?
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's sack Silent Clearing first. Yes, sir. Good call. Yes, I've discovered you. I've uncovered your subterfuge. I don't know if that makes you. Does that make you Sith, or does that make you just one of the frustrating characters from the prequels? GT gives you 2 life per counter. Graham Cracker. So we can gain 2 right now, and after combat we can gain 6. We drew fucking planes, Jesus Christ, on a bike. We're gonna name Oko. Thief of Crowns. Now the question is, how do we maneuver from here? We can port them off white. We can kill an elk. I think that's what we do, and then we have to we have to block a fucking food token. Gobble gobble gobble. I think we might be on blocking duty, maybe.
I think we are, yeah.
Block of
It's not a
food.
great place to be.
Shrink it down. Gain the life, shrink it down. Yeah, okay.
But at 1 counter.
No, but we will block a food, gain 2 life,
Yeah.
go to 5, take 3, go to 2, then take a counter to kill the elk, and then have a counter on our jitter, I guess.
Sure.
If they have a plowshares in their upkeep, we're very sad.
I am very sad.
I'm incredibly sad. This is fucking ridiculous. Okay. So now they can elk our cleric, I guess. That doesn't do anything. They can elk the jitte. That doesn't do a whole lot either.
I mean, like food, right? Surely. Astrolabe, elk the
This is what fucks me off. This. Like, the coexistence of this just fucking grinds my gears. I don't know if I'm being unreasonable about it, but I fucking hate it. Are they just gonna plow? Oh look. I guess Richard and Port doesn't matter anymore, right, folks? Because you can just fucking plowshares of an astrolabe. Fuck me. Fuck me, honestly. Okay, go to 7. They make a food. Just fucking get rid of this shit. Just reset. Admit that you made hideous mistakes. I guess they don't give a fuck though, do they? They'd rather, they're probably pretty... So we get attacked for 9 this turn. We can gain 2. That's just no fuck. We can block 1 maybe. Block 1, gain 2, go to 3, die. I guess they're probably happy if Legacy dies, let's be real, because they don't want to fucking support it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's fucking frustrating. I mean, they banned it in Pauper Gleason, didn't they? It's gone from Pauper.
I believe so.
They're probably playing some Nova Snappies, but I don't know if it's worth keeping my cleric in just for that.
Nah.
Sith tricks for pennies. Oh. But then again, I did that video when I went back, Graham Cracker, and looked through the comments on Reddit, and no one really thought that Oko was going to be bad. They don't play Snappy. The dude at Reno did. Like, are we at that stage in the stream where I have to do the talk where, like, most people don't, I get it, but people can still play random one-offs and shit, right?
Yeah. But with that being the case, it's not worth it for the one-offs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Guess Moon Crusaders are trump card this game. Unless they plowshares us off an astrolabe, of course.
Naturally.
No, maybe we want our Stone Forgers. No. Fucking astrolabe. Such bullshit.
Yeah, especially in situations like this where, like, you plan the line, you think you're in the clear, and then you're just not.
Well, it's even exasperated by the fact that Oko exists because give this a shot.
3 vials.
Yep, they're gonna force one of them, right?
Force one, elk the other, and you're like, aha!
So I shouldn't have kept this. I thought this was not a 3 vial hand because of the arts. Not gonna lie to you. I thought this was one of the other artifacts, and then after I kept it, I was like, oh, it's 3 vials. Even then, like, equipment's pretty bad. This hand's terrible. I'm just tilted. I'm very tilted. I've just kept a terrible hand. Yeah, this is a fucking mistake. Some might say this is the one thing we did not want to happen. Oh, fuck. Because that is so bad. So anyway, what I was going to say before I kept a shit hand was that the problem with Aspirabe is exasperated by the fact that like they play an Astrolabe on turns 1 or 2. So when you play your Oko, your Elk has haste because they can Elk through an Astrolabe. It's fucking dumb.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So dumb. Well, they're thinking it through.
Good. Okay.
Okay, we're just going to draw one of our lands for the rest of the time. Force of Will. Oh, fuck. Okay, hopefully they like spell pierce the next one or something. I just want to get a card out of their hand for one of these vials. Okay, Astrolabe. That's a hasty Elk in 2 turns' time.
Yep.
Richard Port off the top. Come on. Imagine if they play like a random detention sphere or deputy detention and this vile hand gets blown up because of that.
That would suck.
I think, Arkin, I think with Oko, if Oko is the best deck, then I think it might be like a triple Mirroring Crusader like time, you know? Just get a Mirroring Crusader. They can Elk the equipment, but they can't Elk the Mirren. The Mirren can fight through Elk. And then just go to fucking town. Also, is there any white hate cards for green-blue permanents? Like, there is, like, Celestial Purge and Devout Lightcast and stuff. Is there a white creature or spell? 3 Mirrors are not good versus blue-red, though. Cool, basic swaps. 3 Mirrors isn't good against... I don't fucking know. The mirror... I forget the mirror. What is it bad against? Blue-red. Merfolk, perhaps? I don't know. There's lots of things you can say it's not good against, but I just said the qualifying statement was if Oko is the best deck. Yeah, Crusader also equipped with lightsaber in-house. Please also play now with Grixis. Yeah, the problem with equipments and relying on them against Oko is obviously them fucking elking your equipments. Okay, that's not bad.
Got there.
Question is, Rob, do we want to deploy our vials before Athalia? I guess we just slam like 2 mana vials. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Oko! Imagine if Vial could Vial in itself.
That would be insanely redundant.
I'm assuming at some point in Modern Horizons or similar, right, we're going to see an Aether Vial that is exactly the same as Aether Vial, except it says Artifact or Enchantment or something else on it, right?
Yeah.
Because we've seen, like, Memory Jar and shit, which is kind of...
Yeah, there's a birthing pod that is a creature. There's a birthing pod that is for enchantment. So, I don't see what...
Yeah, an Aether Vial for artifacts. I guess that'd be pretty good in Affinity.
Counters.
Yeah, Brain in the Jar. That's what I said, wasn't it? Brain in the Jar was for Sorcerer's Instance. So that has happened there, but they haven't done any other permanent type, is what I'm getting at. Imagine an Aether Vial for Planeswalkers.
They did a Rector for Planeswalker.
They did. Oh, did I say Memory Jar? Sorry, my bad. Definitely wasn't Memory Jar. Memory Jar's a very different Magic card. Vile Grindstone combo. Oof. There's a sneak attack for Planeswalkers. I reckon we'll see an Aether Vial for Planeswalkers before we see an Aether Vial for Artifacts. I'm calling it now. Someone clip it and, like, just fuck it at me when it happens. Right, here comes Oko. Okay, here's a fun exercise then. If we got... I say fun. Oh, look, they haven't got a forest, but here's the Oko. Do you see, chat? Do you see where the problem lies? Fucking hell. Fuck this game. Will they stop? Will they please fucking stop? Who's in charge of bans at Wizards?
No idea.
So I'm going to tweet that at them and be like, do you think this is okay? Because they know how bad Oko is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Caracas?
so if I
Cataclysm?
Cataclysm now and they don't have Force, they get to keep a land and a labia. If they have Force, I feel pretty fucking sad about life. But are we even winning in this circumstance anyway?
I think it's Cataclysm or bust, I fear.
One time no Force at will.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, fucking Legacy, man. Do you know what the other problems is as well? That fucks me off with a format that I have been in love with for a good few years now and I advocate. Is that this card here is blue. That means when you print
Correct.
blue cards into Legacy, they have more chance of being frustrating to play against. Okay.
If you can pitch to Force of Will.
It's just fucking absurd. Well, you can put... So it works two ways. You can pitch
Yeah,
it to Force of
yeah.
Will. You can protect it with Force of Will. Like, look at this. They have tapped out. Okay, let's just... I'm going to explain this for everyone at home to, like, clarify why it pisses me off so much. I'm going to go to full screen game here so I can... Now, let me get rid of my fucking taskbar for a second as well. Where are we? Full screen capture. Yeah, there we go. Okay. No interferences, just pure game, okay? Can you all hear my loving voice? They have tapped out for a 3-mana Planeswalker with no forests in play, but it's green. Okay? Problem number 1. Okay? They have then, whilst tapped out, stopped my Haymaker with this. This is fucking absurd. Now, I don't think Force is even remotely a problem, because Force makes Legacy much better. Like, it is...
Yeah,
whatever
it keeps
negatives...
all the combo shit in check.
Exactly.
That
Whatever frustrations
must
or
be-
upset you might have with this card, or some newer or more casual players might have, it is super important. So where does the problem lie? Is it on this piece of shit? Is it on this piece of shit? Yeah. It's on both these pieces of shit equally. It's just a fucking dumb... And the thing is, it's not oppressive, it's not breaking Legacy, but is this really a thing that should be allowed? Like, fuck this shit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. They have swords, plowshares, kept up a counter spell, and played a green spell, all of basics. Yep. 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 They cast a green-blue planeswalker, countered my spell, and plowshared my Thalia. Oh, yeah. This needs to fucking go. Imagine, Rob, just imagine if this fella's trying to get a trop. I mean, we didn't have Wastelands, so the game didn't pan out that way, but imagine if my Wastelands were good again against this greedy 4-colour mana base.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so question. If Astrolabe didn't have draw card... So it's
If-
like prismatic lens.
It'd be fucking garbage.
Exactly. It's
Like,
the,
well,
it's,
it'd be potentially playable in...
it's the
No,
Veil
no,
of
it'd be
Sunrise.
literal garbage. Literal
yeah,
garbage.
it's the Veil of Samurai. Like you right draw a card on it, it's a problem. Don't put draw a card on it. Nobody cares. It's not a problem, and we don't have to worry about it. That's the issue.
And do you know what? Oh, okay. Here's me fucking getting super tilted. White isn't allowed to have draw a card written on random things, right? Because that would be busted, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
That'd
you can
break
put it on
the game.
artifact.
Stick it on a colourless artifact that allows you to cast your white spells on fucking islands. Oh my god. Fuck me, Astrolabe. Fuck me. Okay, we can just top deck another Cataclysm and get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They elked my vial. What a fucking surprise. Yep, sure. Can I draw Jit? Nope, I cannot draw Jit. Sure. Okay, so we're going to attack Elko here. We're going to plowshares their elk when they make it. This is all hoping they don't have any other interaction.
Yeah. This is the other thing I hate about Oko, is that it goes up so high that like the game turns into a mini game of like deal with Oko.
It's like all the issues that Planeswalkers have, Oko is those things on crack. Oko, if anything, is an example of why Planeswalkers are bad for the game. In some ways, they should just get rid of it from every format they fucking can. They can 3/3 the Jitte, of course they can, but we get to take counters off it and we can Karakas the Jitte to reset it, and then we can equip it again. You can.
Yeah, so
it
had we
the...
drawn it that turn, we would have got the Kraken.
No, but Jitte keeps legendary super types, so you can just bounce it to hand, play it for 2 mana, play it, equip it, and attack again.
Oh, so it becomes a legendary elk.
It does become a legendary elk, yeah. So Jitte is our best equipment. Fire and Ice would be bad, though. Well, Fire and Ice would still hit. But... Well, no, we'd have to hit them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Shahrazad argument coming back around again.
Yeah, it is. It's literally like a sub-game. All Planeswalkers create sub-games. But Oko is just the worst. We thought Khan and Teferi were bad, didn't we? And then they're like, oh, fucking hold my beer. Sure, but we only gain life from it, right? Because we can't use the buff because it's not yet done damage. Yeah, sure. We can also, like, kill things with it. We're also forcing them to Oko the Jit as well, right? Or kill things with it. But the counters still matter. Like, Jitte is still good here, but the other equipments aren't.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to uptick Oko target the Jitte before they can play anything. And that means they have to constantly Oko the Jitte, which means they're not making Elks since they're beside the board as well. Okay, so I guess perhaps running 6 metagame compared to Oko might have been better for like some people. But like, just ask D&T, Maverick, and fucking Goblins players how they felt about that. Oh my fucking god.
I think at the end of the day, I think it's good that these kind of cards are printed because you need to know where your limits are, where you can push, and where you can kind of innovate.
Oh, you do, yeah. I'm losing this because my hand is terrible. I agree.
You know, so ultimately, it's like fail fast. I think is the answer though. You know,
fucking hell, here we go. Yes, if we kept a better hand, let's say those vials were action spells, or just creatures in general, then yeah, sure. This game would be going differently, but it wouldn't change the fact that what they're doing is incredibly frustrating, incredibly feel bad, and I'd imagine, like, good enough to be format defining too. I would imagine that, like, if Miracles can hold as one of the best decks, like, in the old era of Magic prior to War of the Spark, before Wizards of the Coast decided to literally shit in their own hands and smear it all over the Eternal formats, then I can imagine that the new Miracles playing this fucking nonsense must be able to be one of the top decks, right? Oko isn't that fun to play with. Oko just isn't interesting. Oko just isn't even remotely interesting. Like, even the Khan don't lattice me, bro, go get you in Snaring Bridge fucking minigame is probably more interesting than the fucking go up to 7 loyalty and make a 3/3. But maybe I'm just being tilted by it, but...
Yeah,
I think I'm tilted by it every time I fucking play
it doesn't let you play your cards the way you want to, so it's got that like chaos/discard element, and also it doesn't do anything. Like it just all it does is maintain the
my argument is it does everything. It's
Like,
removals and threats. It's literally just a bag of removal and threats. Like more, and that's kind of what Planeswalkers have always been, right? They always have like a removal mode and a protection mode, but like this is just.
But it always came at the cost of loyalty, not at the benefit of loyalty.
Oh wow! I can plow this and kill the 3 fairy. Yeah, I mean, I think my points would have a lot more merit if I hadn't capped a fucking Garbo hand as well. Who said that? Because I just want to say they are completely right, and thank you for pointing that out as well. You do, thank you, because that levels me a little bit here and chills me out a bit. But yeah, in some ways it does also make my points far worse for that fact. I guess we kill the one we can kill.
I don't like the argument that so Oko is hard to play against, therefore you need to get better at the game. Like that's
no,
you need to concentrate more.
That was not what Yudu was saying. Yudu was saying like the game would be very different.
Of course. Jeez.
There's also a mind control and shatter, yeah. But surely these decks as well that we're playing against also exemplify the the power creep, the critical mass, the fucking momentum, the rock rolling down a hill, gathering shit tons of. I guess I'm wrong. So it doesn't gather moss. That's a bad analogy. But this idea that like as walkers get pushed because they're already gratuitous even in their most basic form, we get a collection of decks playing like 2 copies of this, 3 copies of this, 3 to 4 copies of this, and probably 1 copy of Narset somewhere in the 75 as well. And then you're just like, what the fuck?
What you need is a like a Thalia, exactly the same.
But it affects.
Stats, except Planeswalkers cost 2 more.
But I mean, there's already that thing that makes Planeswalker upticks cost more. That's 3 CMC from what set was it from? Recent, wasn't it? There is a white hate bear that hates on Planeswalker. It's the first one we've seen. And
the one from the new Theros block. Yeah.
The route you're going down, by the way. Someone just said it in chat as well as you start to say it. Ranger Man 23 said, "Could the bigger point be that there's just not enough Planeswalker hate?" And I think that's true. The fact that it isn't like a simple clean removal spell for Planeswalker. Like, why can you 1, 2, or 3 mana kill a creature, but you can't do that for Planeswalkers? When Planeswalkers are, for the most part, like, I guess, are they better because they don't threaten life totals? There is a balancing element.
Yeah.
Was it in Theros? Oh yeah, there we go.
Like D-Spark was good, but it's very color intensive, so you can't just chuck it in any old deck.
This thing for those that
yeah,
know
that
what we're
thing,
talking about.
Eidolon of But
imagine if that said, draw a card on it.
It's very, very narrow. So surely you can get away with saying costs 2 more. Because it's never going to see play outside of sideboard. Like, so why not just make it 2? Rather than 1.
Would that be even enough, though? Would it even see play at that
Yeah,
point?
100% it will. Because then effectively, it's not...
Here's a question then. I'm
delaying
learning a lot
your
about
turn.
this deck. Is that a card that I've kind of dismissed as not being good, but I actually generally should try it? In Legacy?
Well, it depends. It goes back to your question before, it being if this is the thing that everybody's playing now, then 100%.
Yeah, like if Remorseful Cleric in the main is no longer needed, because I'm not gonna play like fucking Reanimator all time, or play in this case the Breach deck. Perhaps I need to have like Maroon Crusaders and Eidolons of Obstruction to like beat up the fucking Snowco decks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, Suppression Field. I think that's what I was sort of very, very vaguely groping explanation. But a suppression field that beats people to death, carries a sword. They'll just elk it and be done.
And also one of the they just elk the fire and ice.
The difference between getting it down turn 2 and getting it down turn 4 or 5 is pretty huge.
Needle still leaves you down against walkers. Yeah, like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, like you say, maybe it is just a question of just sideboarding, quote unquote, correctly.
Can we get
Pithing Needle that draws cards and only needs. Yeah.
Would a path to exile for Planeswalkers be too much? I don't think so. I think here's an idea, right? Where would you put that? And I think Commander Legends is a place you can put that, right? Because it's designed for Commander. It means that when they put Planeswalkers in that draft set, there'll be like an uncommon removal spell that can hit Planeswalkers. That'll be good, right? Mm-hmm. So that the Planeswalkers aren't obscene. I mean, Planeswalkers are balanced in 4 player games anyway, so maybe there will be actually several Planeswalkers in Commander Legends. Here you go. Here's my prediction. There will be Planeswalkers in Commander Legends. I've got 2 predictions here. One that's related to this conversation, one that's not. I should do a video on this, but either way, there'll be some Planeswalkers that are able to be commanders, obviously, because I want to open up that space a bit more, and where else to do it other than in that set, right? Yep. And 2, that I think partner with, in some capacity, it might be an amended version. I was saying to John, maybe a tribal version, where you can have multiple, load of partner commanders, and they're all like of a certain race, like Merfolk, Dwarf,
partner
whatever.
with a goblin.
Yeah,
partner with a
so then there's like 3 other goblins in the partner with category that you can then partner with.
That would be so cool. Because I really like the thing in...
but I hate partner. I hate partner. Absolutely fucking hate it.
Oh, I like the partner with a specific creature, because it helps make it less...
Yeah. Yeah, partner with would be cool. But yes, thermal protections. But also, yeah, so why not have an uncommon, like, 2-mana instant speed spell that can exile a creature or a planeswalker, right? Like,
Yeah.
with
Well,
some sort of upside for the person getting their thing exiled, like land.
Do you remember when Heroes Downfall came out? Everyone was like, "Whoa, shit!"
Yeah.
Instant removal.
Just not efficient enough, though, is it? Thank you for
Well,
the
yes, I think that's
sub,
what I'm saying.
Smart
Like, it's only a matter of time before we get to that stage, right?
Elder Spell's only 2 mana, and is the thing you're saying it needs is instant speed. Yeah, well, yeah, so it's 2 mana, it's double black, so it's unplayable in any
really
other colour.
colour intense,
It's sorcery speed. Like, yeah, Elder Spell just isn't good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that it isn't in sideboards already is investment.
Right, let's see if this shit gets us somewhere. I'm wasting all my time here, so if I draw a Mirroring Crusader, I could actually be golden, but I've basically burnt my clock moaning instead.
But don't you feel better from that?
I guess so, yeah. And that's the thing, like Andy Primus sort of hit it out there, is that if your removal kills a Planeswalker and gives them something back, like Path to Exile, they land. So they've already played their Planeswalker, they've already upticked, they've already got value out of it, and then you path them and give them more value. Surely the card should be good enough to...
It's just not quick enough, yeah. Yeah, so maybe like the Planeswalker removal needs to acknowledge the fact that Planeswalkers will always give you value.
Yeah. This Oko can steal my fucking shit here if they have a removal spell for the Stoneforge here.
Or, and this is going like super off the deep end and will probably never happen, just allow you to you can't hold priority when activating the Planeswalker ability.
Well, they don't hold priority, it's that it just goes back to parity. Like, you get this point
Oh
where
yeah, whatever that rule is.
You mean like when it ETBs, they need to be like a priority pass?
Yeah.
Or if the Planeswalker's no longer there, the effect doesn't happen or something. I don't
When
know.
Planeswalker enters the battlefield, it gains its loyalty counters.
Oh, like a trigger. Yeah, that would work. They're casting Intricate the Angels, by the way.
Oh, jolly good. There's that deck.
1 colourless mana, exile a creature or Planeswalker. That doesn't seem good. That seems like a way to break Magic.
Makes Astrolabe even better. One plus colours. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're only focusing on taking up Planeswalkers, you can afford to be more aggressive, right? Because it's very, very narrow.
Yeah, I think people are talking about giving it the option to kill creatures as well, so it's actually a playable card. It's like, oh, I guess it would be playable. Like here, if I had a 1 mana, 1 white, like, you know, Isolate that got printed, right? I'm going to skip out of this because this is just a waste of my time at this point. Let's talk about Isolate for a second. Let me get up on screen so we can talk about this a bit more before we finish up for the night. So if we go on Scryfall, right? We look up Isolate, which is a card that saw minimal to 0 play, but it's so fucking narrow, it's unreal, right? For those of you who don't want to talk about this. This is Isolate. This is a card that says for 1 white mana, exile target permanent with converted mana cost of 1. So, I think some people played it at one point because it got Vile and Death Shadow and a few other random things that mattered in that metagame. It's like, yeah, it's Kaya has it, right? Kaya. A lot of people I've searched up on YouTube there at some point in my life. Kaya. Yeah, so this thing of exile target non-land permanent with convert mana cost 1 or less, right? So, yeah, like that. So there's a similar effect. Hang on, let me get up. I'm very conscious of not DDoSing myself if I tab into something. 1 second. And now my Chrome is frozen. Do I need to be out of this? Let's try this one more time. No. Oh, Rob, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear.
Okay, fucking hell. My computer's throwing a fit.
Another one.
Back to Isolate. Okay. Yeah, so this card here is super narrow, right? But, like, if the metagame demanded it, you could play it in a sideboard, right? So what if that was destroy target, exile target Planeswalker? Would that be too narrow? Like, you wouldn't play it in your main deck, would you?
No.
But if it's an exile target Planeswalker,
Another
full stop,
one.
I would 100% maybe even play 2 of those in my sideboard. Legacy. No, not CMC 1 Planeswalker. I'm saying, Tornos, I'm saying 1 mana, exile target Planeswalker. Price of Betrayal. Price of Betrayal. 5 cancel target artifact creature or Planeswalker. Again, it's sorcery speed. I think that's a huge downside. Like,
I mean,
that doesn't even kill Oko once it's upticked. You are still 2 for 1 yourself, Daniel, but like, you've got to have answers to this shit. So, Celestial
Purge.
Like, this is a card that I have played legitimately in the sideboards of modern decks, and
Yeah, it's good against Lily.
but like,
Really
yeah.
good against Jund.
Yeah, like for a time it was your answer to Liliana and Bob's and Ren and Six's Death Shadows and shit. Like, but the thing is, I guess the argument there is, although it's still not like 1 for 1 against Liliana, it's still 1 for 1 against Death Shadow. So I guess that's the difference there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Its controller draws, but Tornos, this is the problem we're having. Like, Planeswalkers draw a card with the ETB anyway, right? Because they cast the spell and you get the value from it. So people in this chat here are saying, is it really right to give them a land or a card or a token or whatever for exiling it?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, yeah, that's interesting. Kafagret just said, white and 1, exile target non-white permanent. That would be too good in white.
Well, non-white permanent, so...
Everything that isn't played in D&T.
Yeah.
That would be too good. For double white.
So non-white, non-land permanent.
What about gain life equal to the loyalty? Yeah, that could work. That could work. Council's Judgment but instant speed. We're getting a bit absurd now, kids. Like, Council's Judgment's a playable, very strong card. Of the many things you want reprinted other than the fetch lands, that would you want in standard set reprinted again? Also, what one thing off the reserve list would you want reprinted? I'd want Gaea's Cradle or City of Traitors to be accessible to people. So people can play
I'd
those
like
decks.
City of Traitors, so then I could build more.
Yeah. I think the mana advantage. That's a good point, Stalker. So if you're playing 1 white exile Planeswalker, then you're getting a tempo advantage of them playing 3 or 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I guess there's other effects. Again, Smite Stalker again. Woof, this is a good point. There could be food that they get. Not necessarily a land or a card, right? It can be like half a card and a food. Yeah, Isolate on Ugin would be gas, wouldn't it? It'd be so good. Because there's a Devout... Is it Lightcaster? Yeah, this one.
Well,
This is a card that I've played in Modern before as well.
I
Back when
love
Death
this
Shadow was the big
card.
thing.
I really like this
White,
card.
white, 2/2 core cleric, protection from black. When Devout Lightcaster enters the battlefield, exile target black permanent. Oof. That is
That is some solid hate hosing right there, isn't it? So,
that's the thing though. Is some of the strongest hosing or hate cards tend to be on white, right? I guess you get like Red Elemental Blast, and you get like Flash Freeze effects and Fry. So I guess all the colours get hate. Red gets some pretty good ones too. But like,
yeah, but anything. Okay, so take the can destroy lands out of the equation, because in which case red will always win. But white definitely has the best hoses.
Did our league finish, Rob?
Yes.
I went 3-2, but I don't think prizes popped up, did they?
I didn't see prizes, but I think you tabbed out to the internet.
No, I was just fucking wanting to talk about ways to fix the Planeswalker problem. I don't know, I don't want to get my horse about too much. Maybe I'll sleep and not be so fucking annoyed tomorrow. Got my chest. Okay, thank you. I just remember it coming up. I'm so used to getting so many chests, you know? I went 0-5 in 2 Legacy Leagues today, playing 1 meme deck and 1 not so meme deck. Yeah, like, the whole white having some card drawing Commander is quite low down on my priorities of my 2 others, which are stop fucking pushing Planeswalkers because they're dog shit, and also reprint fetches you cowards. Might launch a t-shirt that just says Vince says reprint Fetchlands, you cowards. So people buy it and then wear it to events. I'm saying that off the cuff. I'm being serious. I've even talked to someone about like designs for it and shit. That might be my next merch. It's just reprint Fetchlands, you cowards on a shirt. I mean, in chat right now, who would buy a reprint Fetchlands, you cowards shirt and wear it to like... And you have to wear it everywhere. Like, if you go to the Pro Tour, you qualify, you got to wear it. None of those exist anymore, right? Like, do you see
I think that's the kind of shit that the slogan's going to age badly.
Or, Rob, it ages very well as they continue to fuck it up.
No, it's like they said, you know, they plan things years in advance.
So to earn, Gavin did say that Fetchland reprints would be coming, but we didn't get an idea of when, where, how, or who, or why, or so it could be sometime. Okay, I'm gonna actually tomorrow Wednesday. I'm gonna actually get that like sorted and commissioned properly and put up on Everpress. That's my next merch. Reprint Fetchlands, you cowards. I'm sorry I'm downbeat. I just find there's a few things in Magic that piss me off, and one of them is definitely Fetchlands. Yeah, and when I say reprint Fetchlands, you cowards, there's a nuance to that message that is beyond just like stick them in a secret lair or even just stick them in one draft set. It means reprint them in a way that is not dog shit and also gives people access to them. So if we get a secret lair announced in the next couple months, and that's like, and then, I mean, bearing in mind, I get on with Gavin, I like Gavin a lot, but if he's like, yeah, there you go, done. It's like, no, Gavin, that's not done. That is not even remotely done. No one can afford to play this shit, right? Gavin did post a poll about Mirage Fetchers. Oh no. What did he post? Is it asking what foiling they want them in for the secret lair? I shouldn't be so negative. Maybe he'll do us a solid. Maybe he'll actually print them as expeditions as well, and then a few other things. And let's have a look. The last poll I can see that Gavin did was, you sit down to play Commander, your opponent lets you know they have gold-bordered cards in their deck. So that's not a nonsense then. Right. I was going to sorry that I didn't give it to you in a Brexit bucks. What was that, Tornos? Sorry, buddy. Did I miss something? And Naki, thanks for the resub. I've got it on my list here on my left, but it didn't pop in chat. Or maybe it did when I was too fucking tilted to do it. Tornos, what did I miss? Yeah, you did. That's exactly how I feel. You just said stop being pissed and check paper. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is where you sent me like a penny saying, shut up, you fuck. Why did it not pop on stream though, Tornos? If you use the button down below. Have I fucking broken my stream is constantly broken in some capacity. Oh, thank you, Tornos. Thanks, buddy. Tornos has just sent me money to make me happy. That should have popped on screen, but it didn't. Can I make it pop again? No, it's not come up. Because normally the donations come up with the spinning star. But thank you. I'll just do a... Tornos has given me $100 and said, life's too short to be miserable. Tornos, you're sweet. I appreciate it. I'll actually meet you at some point. Vegas this time round, instead of last time where Seth didn't tell me till it was too late. Okay, Magic's great. The community is good. The game is good. Things aren't so bad. We just need... you've met me without knowing so. Oh, Tornos, you filthy, dirty boy. Oh, Magic sucks. Shut up, Patters, you prick. I managed to not be playing the game whenever they reprint the fetches after I'd started playing. Rowan, they've only reprinted each of them once since their original printing. So, you say it... The way you said it there, Rowan, I'm not telling you off, Rowan. Just, I saw you numerous times in Seattle, says Tornos. Okay, interesting. I did not know that. The way Rowan phrased it there is that there's been multiple opportunities to miss out on them, right? But there hasn't been. There has been Onslaught, and then we had Khans. And then there was Zendikar, and then there's Modern Masters 3. And then, if you haven't seen this, by the way, I've got a video that I put out maybe 2-3 months ago now, where I actually did the math, where it's like 6.5 years between one reprinting of one of them, and like 7, was it, for the other one? It's done. Wow, not including expeditions. Yeah, I'm not including like limited run where people can't get hold of the fucking things. It's been longer since Khans than Khans to Zendikar. Yeah, I did. Like the math is in there. People in the comment section like your math's terrible, and I went back and redid the math thinking I'd fucked it up and put it in like an idiot. I was like, no, my math's right. But yeah, so everyone here, I'll be in Vegas this year, barring the world coming to an end or coronavirus shutting down multiple countries for long periods of time. I'm also aiming for Seattle. So Vegas and Seattle are my two American ones I'm aiming for. I'll also be at the Legacy 40K in Illinois in September. Missouri MTG. Jeremy has invited me to that and he's going to fly me out, so that's fantastic. And I will also try and also nudge him to invite me to the 100K as well. And I'll also be at Liverpool and London, and I'm aiming for Copenhagen, but Copenhagen might be off the cards right now because that's in April, and obviously we might still be in a situation where everyone's very, very ill, and I don't want to get ill. I don't want to spread the disease either because there's immunocompromised people in my life as well. So that's my plans. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been fun. It's a good chance to get back. Any chance of you appearing at MF Toronto? Probably not. It's too close. It's too in between everything. Reno fucked me up. I went to Portland and to Reno. It just fucked me up. I was so jet lagged in Portland. I was waking up at 2 a.m. and just like sitting around in like in the Tulare Community College just playing my Switch waiting for Prof to wake up. It was fucking crazy. And then getting back I've also been bad as well. Like even today I'm still not in a good space. So yeah, the travel can sometimes really fuck me up. So I can't just do too many GPs because although I enjoy GPs themselves, I also need to make videos and stream. Otherwise I can't pay my bills and shit, you know. I've got a video coming out in a couple of hours. It'll be a legacy combo deck involving Hellcarver Demon. So look out for that. There'll be a stream video this week. There should be a LOLWOT video as well and some other bits and bobs. Thank you for everyone hanging out. Let's go and raid somebody. Raid somebody. Who is around and what are they doing? Let's have a look at Twitch. Thank you for everyone who subbed. Thank you for everyone who donated as well. Thank you to Tornos and all the resubs and all the love. Anyone who's on my Patreon, I'll be hanging around there for the next couple of hours playing either Minecraft or more likely League today because I have not played League while I've been away. Who is playing Magic that we'd want to raid?
You're beautiful. Don't you forget it.
So who is not playing? Well, Nassif is actually playing Modern. Autumn's playing Pioneer. Let's raid Autumn. Although they're in the UK time zone, so if we all raid Autumn, they might log off immediately. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Right, raid. Minecraft server is down. Okay, I'll look into that, my friend. I'll sort that out. Catch you in a bit, Tornos. I appreciate you, my friend. Everyone else, get in the car. We're raiding. Don't forget, be family friendly because their audiences might not like the swearing as much as we do, but don't forget to toot. Can we get at least 100? Come on, at least 100. Come on. 82. Ah, never mind. Right. Thank you all. We'll see you next Monday. There might be a public stream between now and then. There'll be videos too. Catch you all later. Ta-ta for now.
Catch you later. Bye.